Evening, ladies and gentlemen. I welcome you all on behalf of CIFRI family and on my own behalf on the occasion of annual day celebration of our institute. There has been several footprints on the sand of time in research and development of Indian fisheries. There have also been several milestones in the road from 6 lakh tons to 13.9 million metric tons over 78 years of independent India. Individuals and institutions have been made who have been contributed to this story, creating models, setting standards, and establishing tradition. In this canvas, one institute stands tall as a beacon light in the subcontinent, the Central Inland Fisheries Research Institute, in short, CIFRI. There has been so much changes in the sector, but the core values of the institute has remained unchanged. The being the commitment to the cause of fish, fishers and fisheries. শুভ সকাল আমাদের ইনস্টিটিউটের প্রতিষ্ঠা দিবস উদযাপন উপলক্ষে সিফরি পরিবারের পক্ষ থেকে আপনাদের সকলকে স্বাগত জানাই। ভারতীয় মৎস্য গবেষণা উন্নয়নের ক্ষেত্রে সময়ের সঙ্গে সঙ্গে অনেক পদক্ষেপ নেওয়া হয়েছে। স্বাধীন ভারতের ৭৮ বছরে ৬ লাখ টন থেকে ১৩.৯ মিলিয়ন মেট্রিক টন মৎস্য উৎপাদন বেশ কতগুলি মাইল ফলকও তৈরি হয়েছে। ব্যক্তি এবং প্রতিষ্ঠান তৈরি হয়েছে যারা এই বিষয়ে অবদান রেখেছেন, মডেল তৈরি করেছেন, মান নির্ধারণ করেছেন এবং ঐতিহ্য প্রতিষ্ঠা করেছেন। এই পটভূমিতে ভারত উপমহাদেশের একটি আলোকবর্তিতা হিসাবে দাঁড়িয়ে রয়েছে একটি প্রতিষ্ঠান, সেন্ট্রাল ইনল্যান্ড ফিশারিজ রিসার্চ ইনস্টিটিউট, যাকে আমরা সিফরি বলেই ডাকি। অনেক পরিবর্তন এসেছে সময়ের সঙ্গে সঙ্গে, কিন্তু আমাদের প্রতিষ্ঠানের মূল লক্ষ্য অপরিবর্তিত রয়েছে, তা হলো মাছ এবং মৎস্যজীবীদের উন্নয়নের প্রতি অঙ্গীকার। আজ এটা আমাদের অত্যন্ত গর্বের বিষয় যে আইসিআর সেন্ট্রাল ইনল্যান্ড ফিশারিজ রিসার্চ ইনস্টিটিউট তার ৭৮তম বছর পূর্ণ করেছে এবং আমরা আজ 79 প্রতিষ্ঠা দিবস উদযাপন করছি। Today, it is a matter of great pride that ICAR-CIFRI has completed its 70 years of journey, and today we have assembled here to commemorate the 79th Foundation Day of ICAR-CIFRI. And we are really fortunate to have with us Swami Sivapurna Nandaji Maharaj, Assistant Administrative Head, IRDM Faculty Center, RMVERI Belur Howrah, as our chief guest. I request, sir, please grace the dais. I request Swamiji to please grace the dais. We have also with us Professor Bibha Tandon, Madam, CSIR IICB Director. I request Madam to please grace the dais. I request Dr. A. Gopal Krishna, sir, former Director ICAR-CIFRI Kochi, Kerala. He is also our today's guest of honors. I request sir to please grace the dais. I request Dr. Pradeep De, sir, Director Artery, guest of honor of today's function, to please grace the dais. I also request Sri Lokman Mollaji, President Kultoli Milan Tirtho Society, West Bengal, and also our guest of honor for today's function, to please grace the dais. Sir, please. Dr. Gauranga Kaur, Director ICR Chrysler Barakpur, he will join us shortly. আজ এই অনুষ্ঠানে পশ্চিমবঙ্গের ৯টি বিভিন্ন জলাভূমি থেকে ৫০ জনেরও বেশি মৎস্যজীবী দাদারা আমাদের সাথে এসেছেন এবং আমাদের এখানে উপস্থিত হয়েছেন। এর জন্য আমরা সত্যিই খুব আনন্দিত। যে জলাভূমিগুলি থেকে তারা এসেছেন সেগুলি হলো চমরদহ, সিংরানী, চামতা, বেলেডাঙ্গা, খলসি, কুন্দিপুর, আকাইপুর, কুমলি ও বলাগড়। Now, in consonance with Indian tradition, we would welcome our honored guest on the dais with small plants. So I request Dr. B.K. Das, sir, Director CIFRI, to please give a welcome to our chief guest of today's function, Swami Shivaparna Nandaji Maharaj. He is the Assistant Administrative Head, IRDM Faculty Center, RKMVERI Belur Math, Howrah, West Bengal. I request Dr. B.K. Das to please welcome our chief guest, Swami Sivapurna Nandaji Maharaj, Assistant Administrative Head, IRDM Faculty Center, Belur Math, Howrah. Once again, I request Dr. B.K. Das to please welcome Madam Professor Bibha Tandon, Director, IICB, Kolkata. I request Dr. Das to please welcome Dr. Pradeep De, Director, Artillery, Kolkata. Once again, I request Director Dr. B.K. Das sir to please welcome Dr. A. Gopal Krishna sir. He is former Director, ICAR-CIFRI, Kochi, Kerala. Again, I request Dr. Das to please welcome Sri Lokman Mollaji, President, Kultali Milan Tirtha Society, West Bengal. Thank you, sir. Central Inland Fisheries Research Institute is the oldest premium research institute in the field of inland fisheries research in India. The institute was nurtured and developed by the legends like Dr. Hiralal Chaudhary, Dr. Ali Khuni, Dr. H.S. Rao, Dr. Bhimachar, Dr. V.G. Jingran, and others. Today, we are indeed fortunate and highly encouraged to have with us our stalwarts. Their views, knowledge, experience will inspire us to dream more, to learn more, to do more, and to become more. The blessings of our stalwarts will not only encourage us but also boost in flying the CIFRI's flag in a new height. It's our privilege to welcome our retired senior with flowers. I request to welcome our retired seniors with flowers. সেন্ট্রাল ইনল্যান্ড ফিশারিজ রিসার্চ ইনস্টিটিউট হলো ভারতের অভ্যন্তরীণ মৎস্য গবেষণার ক্ষেত্রে প্রাচীনতম শীর্ষস্থানীয় গবেষণা প্রতিষ্ঠান। ডক্টর হীরালাল চৌধুরী, আলী খুনি, ডক্টর H.S. রাও, ডক্টর ভীমাচার, ডক্টর V.G. জিংরানদের মতো কিংবদন্তিদের দ্বারা এই প্রতিষ্ঠান লালিত ও বিকশিত হয়েছে। আজ আমরা সত্যিই ভাগ্যবান ও উৎসাহিত আমাদের সাথে আমাদের অবসরপ্রাপ্ত সহযোদ্ধাদের পেয়ে। তাদের মতামত, জ্ঞান, অভিজ্ঞতা আমাদের আরও স্বপ্ন দেখাতে, আরও শিখতে এবং আরও বেশি কিছু করতে শুধু উৎসাহিত করবে না, বরং সিফরির পতাকাকে আরও একটি নতুন উচ্চতায় উড়িয়ে দেওয়ার ক্ষেত্রেও আমাদের উৎসাহিত করবে। Now, it is customary to inaugurate the program with ICAR song. So before we proceed further, I request to play the ICAR song.
जय जय कृषि परिषद भारत की, सुखद प्रतीक हरित भारत की। कृषि धन पशुधन मानव जीवन, दुग्ध मत्स्य फल यंत्र सुवर्धन। वैज्ञानिक विधि नव तकनीके, पारिस्थितिकी का संरक्षण। शस्य श्यामला छवि भारत की, जय जय कृषि परिषद भारत की। हिम प्रदेश से सागर तट तक, मरुधरती से पूर्वोत्तर तक, हर पथ पर है मित्र कृषक की। शिक्षा शोध प्रसार सकल तक, आशा स्वावलंबित भारत की। जय जय कृषि परिषद भारत की, जय जय कृषि परिषद भारत की।
Light symbolizes knowledge. Knowledge removes darkness. So, by following our Indian tradition, now may I request our honored guest on the dais to please light the auspicious lamp. Sir, please, madam, please. আলো জ্ঞানের প্রতীক। জ্ঞান অন্ধকার দূর করে। তাই আমরা ভারতীয় ঐতিহ্যকে অনুসরণ করে এখন মঞ্চে আগত অতিথিদের অনুরোধ করেছি
सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यङ्करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै ॐ शान्तिः 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 ॐ भद्रं कर्णेभिः शृणुयाम देवाः भद्रं पश्येमाक्षभिर्यजत्राः स्थिरैरङ्गैस्तुष्टुवांसस्तनूभिः व्यशेम देवहितं यदायुः स्वस्ति न इन्द्रो वृद्धश्रवाः स्वस्ति नः पूषा विश्ववेदाः स्वस्ति नस्तार्क्ष्यो अरिष्टनेमिः स्वस्ति नो बृहस्पतिर्दधातु ॐ शान्तिः 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 ॐ तच्छंयोरावृणीमहे गातुं यज्ञाय गातुं यज्ञपतये दैवी स्वस्तिरस्तु नः स्वस्तिर्मानुषेभ्यः ऊर्ध्वं जिगातु भेषजम् शन्नो अस्तु द्विपदे शञ्चतुष्पदे ॐ शान्तिः 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 ॐ पूर्णमदः पूर्णमिदं पूर्णात् पूर्णमुदच्यते पूर्णस्य पूर्णमादाय पूर्णमेवावशिष्यते ॐ शान्तिः शान्तिः शान्तिः
Thank you, Swamiji. Thank you, madam. Thank you, sirs. The aim of education is not knowledge of fact, but of values. Director Dr. B.K. Das, a well known scholar in the field of fisheries, under his stewardship, we have found a new direction to fly CIFRI's flag in a new height. May I now request Dr. B.K. Das to please deliver his welcome address and followed by the presentation. Thank you, sir.
सुस्वागतम, सुप्रभातम। सबको आज 79 फाउंडेशन डे में स्वागत और मंचासीन अतिथि और द ऑनरेबल चीफ गेस्ट स्वामी शिवपूर्णानंद जी महाराज, असिस्टेंट एडमिनिस्ट्रेटिव हेड, फैकल्टी सेंटर, रामकृष्ण मिशन and Belur Mutt, Howrah. Sir, I, on behalf of the Institute, welcome this Foundation Day, and your benign presence will elevate the moral of the Institute building that lead for the future development and growth of the inland fisheries in the country. I, on behalf of the CIFRI family and on behalf of the Council and Dr. D.K. Jaina, Deputy Director General, welcome you on this Foundation Day. Thank you, sir, your benign presence. And I welcome Dr. Biba Tandon, Madam Ji, Director, IICB, and he formally belongs to the Prayagraj area, born and educated from the Allahabad University, a holy place, and our center is located. Then moved to the Delhi and JNU and different capacity, worked for the development of the maybe different biological science, and presently leading the institutions, chemical biology at Kolkata. Is a learned, vast knowledge and scientific expertise. And madam, I welcome you and from on behalf of CIFRI family on this Foundation Day. And we have Dr. Gopal Krishna. You know, he the our fraternity leader, lead institute, parallel institute for 10 years, 2013 to only last year, maybe 11 years. And his stepping stone, building the institute and developing into the mariculture sector, maybe so much nutraceuticals, pharmaceuticals, and breeding of so new 3-4 new species brings to the mariculture into the limelight. Once upon a time it was a dream, now it is reality. His able leadership make the SMD in a greater sense and SEMAFRE visibility has enhanced. And, uh, and I welcome on behalf of the ICAR family or CIFRI family to this program. And all of you know, maybe he's talking to 32 years after he is again coming to this institute. Maybe started his career at NBFJR Prayagraj, then shifted to Lucknow after 2013, then become the director. Sir, once again I welcome. And we, Dr. Pradeep there, all of you know, is a vibrant leader, move any part of the systems, participate any of the activities for the development of the agriculture sectors, leading in this maybe region, artery region, leading all KVKs for the development of the people. Sir, I welcome you on behalf of the Sifri family. And we have none other than all of you know, Lokmanya Mola. So whatever we have worked in the Sundarban, because of its cooperations, his guidance. Maybe we are bringing the smiles for the fishers, maybe fisherwomen or any other activity because of his able cooperation and helping to each other. So I welcome you again, once again to this thing. And Dr. Karu Gaurang Kaur may be joining with us. So all of you know he is the director of CRIJAP and for last 5 years, he's with us in all programs, joining to the All Foundation Day. But he will be joining. I welcome him. And we have our head of our centers, maybe I share Sister Institute. If we'll see Dr. Dhiman is there. All of you know from Kenning, he is there. Then we have Dr. Baidyanath Pal. Maybe we have 32 years of togetherness. And we have Dr. Ghoshal, the HOD CIP Kolkata Center. And we have our former colleague, Dr. Damrai, is the maybe director. And then we have Dr. Bhomik, our dean. He is a colleague and the dean from your CAU, retired Central College of Fisheries CAU, and Dr. Hassan, former head. And we have so many colleagues, other retired colleagues here who has been with us from the administrative, technical, scientific backgrounds. And we have our finance officer, madam, is here, and CEO is here also. I all of you welcome, and all scientist colleagues and technical administration. Finally, not the least, the farmer friends. The farmer friends who are come here, 50 to 60 farmers, was demonstrating our technology, bringing the technology into the limelight. I welcome all of you, and last not the least, all HODs, HOCs, the center in charge who are in the online looking into the program. And we are fortunate because our Honorable DDG sir was supposed to join in this program because of parliament session and other preoccupations. Last minute he is cancelled the programs, and I welcome all of you. Last not the least, welcome the press and medias who are here to cover and showcase our technology to the not in the West Bengal but also whole of the country we are celebrating. And to brief, I can just appraise to all of you, this institute working for last 79 years for the development of inland fisheries sector in the country. Maybe that was initially whatever you have, lot of feeders like pond culture division and kill in Katak, which was changed to the FARTC. Now it is an independent institute at SIFA in Bhubaneswar with the two epoch-making technology taken from your composite fish culture and induced breedings, for which revolutionized the only countries, and that was leading also for commodity institute sector. Then Central Institute of Aquaculture, Chennai also, Then you have looked into the Directorate of Cold Water Fisheries. Now it is Central Institute of Cold Water Fisheries Research, and also the National Bureau of Fish Genetic Research also. These are the four institutes come up. Again, we have CIFE Center, Training Center was being operated here. Only then it has gone to the Salt Lake also. So all these may be whatever the seed that has come out and grown in the inland sector. It is because of this erstwhile, the Pioneer Institute of CIFRI that lead. Again, if we are fortunate enough, we have three Padma Shri. Maybe they have started from this institute. And Dr. V.J. Jingran, we should remember, he is the first Padma Shri. Then comes to Dr. S. Ayappan, then Dr. M.B. Gupta. So these people have started their career in this institute, and they have brought proud to this institute because the sector, the fisheries sector has grown because of their able guidance, mentorship, and taking this institute to the nation and international uh, arena. Once this institute was taken at the Makkah of fisheries, and it is spread over all the alumni that come out anywhere. You go to the state government anywhere, you will find they are the alumni. Again, those are the leader or leading professors, or maybe vice chancellor of the biological backgrounds. They are either gone a training or a summer school or exposures, and this institute has a past glory that has created so much leaders in the country, and we are fortunate and we are here. Maybe our forefathers did not leave this place because of mighty Ganga. Ma Ganga flows the institute, the back of the institute, and all the activities may be starting from the spawn prospecting, which were the later comes to 1957 induced breeding. The spawn prospecting was done from the river Ganga, and it was supplied to the whole of the country for the maybe the Gangetic carp seed. So that's why we are here, and we are fortunate enough to carry the torch of the old legendary persons who has built the pillars of this institute, and we are here make this institute more vibrant, taking into the greater height. And we are celebrating 79 years of its existence, and let us remember what we have gained in this year. Maybe if we'll see the productions of the fisheries, maybe one of the treated as a superfood in the sector. Maybe anything if will have a balanced nutrition, catering to the hidden hungers, malnutritions. Then again, out of 17 SDGs, we can have a 10 to 11 SDGs that can we are. We are partnering with these things and bringing into the smile of the common people. Maybe we are looking into the 51% of the rural populace and the Kisan, which of them maybe if we find 31 lakhs of the inland fishers. And not only to these things, maybe supply chain, the dependency, everything. And again, still we are treating as a fish is a healthy food. Maybe aquatic food systems where fish is a healthy food. Again, it is a, if you want a livelihood, then economic empowerment, business avenues, maybe erstwhile from worshipping the fish, first avatar of Lord Vishnu Matsya avatar, Kesavadhuta Meena Sarire Jai Jagadishare. So you see a God comes, and now it is showing you all the dishas where you can have maybe people are treating now, if you see ornamental fish, good health, well-being, creating your ambience, and you see how much incarnations, how much varieties in this. So that is the myth and the secret of the fish that may not speak but address so many things. Today, maybe in water, we are talking of water, the animals, which is a fish. Maybe we have first avatar, which then Kambara, Kachap, so many things comes that. But the avatars, that leads, and we are fortunate to carry those things in a different ways of the human welfare and human well-being. And being a part of this institute, we should feel proud. Those are here, alumni or retired, everything, and those working for the institute, they should understand the beauty and the hidden things that God has created to make it more. And today, not only we are talking about the biodiversity, but also we are looking into the technology of sensors, drones. Then if we'll see maybe molecular aspect of different systems, metagenomics, metatranscriptomics, then what else? So maybe starting for the wealth to waste, then nutraceuticals, then coming to the mostly the environmental upkeeping this. And one of the great concern, the productivities. Today, maybe people see algae may lead to the coming days. People see algae as a biofuel. Algae maybe people see so many aspects in the nutrition. So they may be, we have forgotten those chapters maybe long back, 50 years back. Simple thinking, they understand the algae because we have a plenty of diets are available. Now we are competing to other animals, whatever the feed and everything. So will agree here, Dr. Pal is sitting and Dr. Gosal. So now maybe if we live on this, the whatever the feed that are available feed ingredients, if you live, their feed cost may gone up to 200, 300 rupees. The farmer cannot afford. The single cell proteins, yeast, algae, so propagating and utilizing as alternative resources in the coming day. It is the coming day. Not only the people are using as a biomarker, algae as a biomarker, algal as a single cell, is a sensing materials. So we should see how best this science can lead for the fisheries development. Again, if you look into the well-being, maybe composite carb culture, how many years old? So 57 to 2000, this much years. And if you go to a village, a single farmer do not have a the composite culture. Technology is available. So where we stand? Again, if you see, maybe whatever you want to feed-based system, how many people is able to afford the feed the growing demand of cost? So we should introspect all these things to make the fisheries as a thing, because nowadays maybe when we joined as a ARS, we do not have a disease, very few disease. And because people have that now, if we see in the open water system is also full of disease. So these are the synergy and things are changing. Again, what is boggling to our mind? Climate change, One Health programs. So these are the systems, and you should see the what are the vulnerability in the systems and how you can make it simple viable to the rural community. Because if we see, maybe we are talking official rate, the literacy, poverty, we are the greater things, but still the people, rural people cannot afford a meal, good meal, a balanced meal. So to them, it is still we have to do a lot. We have to do a lot to earn. Again, if we see One Health vetting and AMR box are coming, antimicrobial resistance box. So where you stand? Maybe that is maybe one wonders will come. We have to crack, and we should not be. Our research should not be superficial, because it do not have endpoint results to the people, the common people. A packaging in all aspect needs to be done, and it should be leading to the people centric benefits. Maybe whatever you are doing today, maybe tomorrow is today. If you see those country was advanced, they are crunch of fund also. Again, being in India also, we have population is increasing. Feeding the population with a safe food, balanced food, healthy foods. That should be the things. And today we are proud because whatever we use, maybe we use very less compared to the Western antibiotics. In feed, we use less. Chemicals, we use less. If you calculate, we are still, but few clusters like Kolleru area, here if we see maybe minor clusters, we should educate the people. Don't be biased with the industries who are selling the products and they are earning money. So that is the need of the institute. Let us unite together, see a holistic approach of development for the common people, and that will go for the development of the whole synergy and whole aspect of the country. So we do not require much of the things, because whatever research we have done in the two way of working, that is, one is a basic research, another is the research for the farmers. And whatever we have done, that should be taken away for the greater benefit of the people, and that should be a economic benefits to the people, which needs more and more profit, not that in a sustainable manner. Today, if we are talking about the sustainability, where we stand, let us introspect in the three triangular manner. Maybe sustainability to the country's economic gain, sustainability to the farmers, that leads to be no pest attack, anything further, maybe soil may not be that much critical for the growth, sustainability for the researcher. You should, this triangular way, if you can think, then will be definitely what we are talking. Honorable Prime Minister's vision maybe will be, means, because it Bharat is not far away. I'll take few minutes to scroll some of my slides I have prepared, what we are doing for the last 1 year quickly. Then we can go. Please scroll the slides. So all of you know the institute. I told there's a 4 regional center, and we are working within one station at Kochi, maybe Bangalore, Baroda, Prayagraj, and last is your Ipulchi Vadodara, and one station is Kochi, and we have 70. And these are the water resources. Our strength is we are working with the public domain, rivers, lake, reservoirs, wetlands. That is the thing. And basically next. Then I told these things, and we because of worship, hunting and gathering, so worshipping to economic enterprise, entrepreneurship. Next. Then we have number one inland fish production. We are number one. It is inland fish productions and marine. If you see, but even if you see, from these are the in the inland fisheries production, we have first 1.8 million metric tons in China and other things. Next. Then we have the resources. If we see wetland resources, we can have a lot of things that can be brought from the wetland resources. And riverine resources, we have, if we see, we have calculated how much the total riverine fish catch coming from the rivers. So these are the major, if we see, Ganga rivers contribute major things, and followed by other, but we have done around 7-8 rivers, and we are now working from some more rivers. Then if you see, these are the total areas, small, medium, large reservoirs. Productivity is very low, but potentiality is very high, present productions. We can go to harness these things that required only the people participation, Jan Bhagidari. Then if you see, these are the actual leads and these are the potential leads. So potential leads is very high. There is a huge gap. We should see different methods that can go for next. Then we have our achievements. If you see, we have done the diversity of major rivers, and maybe Ganga is the one of the things. And if you see, some new species has been recorded from this, and protected water bodies fisheries we have done. Next. Then if assessment of fish stock in major things we have seen, exotic species in India is 15 exotic species are here, and Niloticus tilapia contributes major. But if we see another is your Trimaculatus invasive fish is high risk, which needs to be attention here. Next. And if we see IBI for ecological health monitoring we are doing, and we will see that lot of based on the fish health, we can see whether it is a These are the things what are the different way. And if you see river Mahanadi, that is a moderately impaired. So you can, based on this IVI, if you can see that whether river is impaired or not impaired. Next. Then risk assessment, if you look into the risk assessment, so we have overexploited zones and hillside fisheries in fisheries data. Then impact assessment in planktons also we have risk assessment has been done. Then pan-India scenario river hypoxic stress was all been done for the hypoxic stress based on the big data platform. Next. Then these are the some of this Ganga ranching program you will see from Hilsa to IMC to see the Abiral Nirmal and Gyan Ganga, Dhan Ganga, all these aspects we are partnering to build a national missions to support the national mission. Next. And wetland fisheries I told here, where we require the framework strategy for climate resilient fish. So here we are working on the climate resilient pattern of this different fish stock and how it mitigation strategies looking into the alternate species. Then we have a reservoir fisheries development we are doing to how this reservoir fisheries networking and the trophic dynamics modeling and how in the we'll see there are maybe 15-25 reservoirs we have worked and we have seen that electronic data EDAS Matsya systems to catch data estimations and forecasting. Then pollution is a more important factor, emerging contaminant, bisphenols, microplastics, all we work in this river Ganga and East Kolkata wetlands. Now we are working on the river Brahmaputra and tributaries of the river Ganga. Then arsenic is a major contaminant, all of you know, in the GBN vaccine, Ganga, Brahmaputra, Meghna. So we have seen how the fish, different tissues has been deposited, how it is the different plankton, edible oyster, different molluscans, different systems, and how it is plankton-based systems, different fish species. Then what is the microbial, microalgae-based remediations we have the worked also. Then emerging pollutants, I told we are doing this, most of the emerging pollutants here, many trichosan and you will see trichosan, trichocarbons, then broad spectrum antimicrobial agents and looking into the how the things and whether it is endocrine disrupting in the different organs, hypophyseal, hypothalamus axis, gonads, pituitary, and some of the hormones we have assessed, and how it is maybe kispectin 1, 2, and we have seen how it is impacting to the different organs. Next. Then drone-based systems we are working here, mostly application potentials in the different systems, feed dispensers, maybe your medicine, everything is a drone-based and artery is witnessed with this and we have to develop because agriculture drone and fisheries drone is a different way of applications. We are working on this. Again, if you see, we have different issues like habitat loss or fisheries enhancement, research monitoring, then community participation, policy reforms. Under this aspect, where then informatics, fisheries informatics we are building. We have done the river informatics. We are working now next 2-3 years in a different aspect. Then NEH, if you see, Pan India, all the northeastern states, we are working for the now mostly we are cave fisheries because this is the Honorable PM's vision to look into the cave fisheries. So we are working on the Meghalaya, the cave fisheries. Next. Then hillside conservation is one of the important aspects under Navami Ganga. Besides NSF, partnering the institute, we are mostly working on the development of hillside fisheries in the river Ganga. Next. Then these are some part of the work on this ranching and recovery of the juveniles of streams. Next. Then if we see local fishers in Orthoganga, how it is contributing, increasing for the socio-economic point of view. We have done 59 districts, around 1,400 villages surveyed for the Ganga, how it is contributing. We found that even if there is an increase from contribution of IMC from 9% to 14%. Next. And these are some of the awareness. Next. And we are working on the smart cage We are working the automation of the cage with the solar-based aeration and other systems and monitoring in the circular cage and again HDG we are working, I told maybe around 10-11 HDG, mostly Sundarban and other part northeast, and wetlands, 15 wetlands we are working of the people. And these are the interventions in Sundarbans with the people and involving to the Sundarban people, bringing into the participatory. Next. Again, extension activities, these are the, we have, if you see, we have 28 trainings, around 800 trainees in total, if you see. Visitors, around 1100 visitors. Then exhibition 20. So STC program also, we are the tribal development in the different parts of the country also. Then these are the, we have one patent granted and 3 patent has been filed last year. Next. Then IPR is 8 copyright registers and again 5 has been filed. Then trademarks also, 3 trademarks we have received and 1 has been filed. Next. Then these are the technology, 5 technology has been certified by the ICAR. Next. Then we have 3 technology has been commercialized last year. Next. And we have last year we got the enable accreditations. And there are, if you see, we have a lot of last year publications. Maybe if you see, our impact factor has gone up to 400 total impact factor, and per scientist, if you 1.8 publications. Next. And these are the some of the social media and electronic media coverage. Then these are the news in this. Next. Thank you. Thank you for your attention. Thank you.
Thank you, sir, for your presentation and for the welcome address. আজ আমাদের সাথে রয়েছেন শ্রী লোকমান মোল্লাজি। He is the esteemed founder and president of Kultali Milan Tirtha Society. He is a visionary leader and a tireless social worker. তিনি প্রায় গত 28 বছর ধরে সুন্দরবনের পিছিয়ে পড়া মানুষদের জন্য, স্পেশালি মহিলাদের জন্য কাজ করছেন। Now, I would like to request Sri Lokman Mollaji to please address the audience. Sir, please. লোকমান বাবুর কাছে আমার একটা অনুরোধ রয়েছে যে আজ আমাদের এখানে প্রায় 9টি বিল থেকে প্রায় 50 জনের বেশি ফার্মার এসছেন, তাই ওনাদেরকে যদি আপনি বাংলায় দয়া করে বলেন।
পরম শ্রদ্ধাভাজন স্বামী শিবপূর্ণানন্দজি মহারাজ, हमारा आदरणीय डायरेक्टर डॉक्टर बीके दास, डॉक्टर पी प्रदीप कुमार दे महाशय, मैडम विभा टंडन जी एंड डॉक्टर गोपाल कृष्णन जी। আমার সামনে আছেন তাপস ঘোষাল জি, বৈদ্যনাথ পালজি এবং ক্যানিং স্টেশনের যিনি চার্জে আছেন আমাদের খুব কাছাকাছি। আর আমাদের সিফ্রি পরিবারের সমস্ত আদরণীয় যারা সদস্য আছে তাদের সকলকে আমি আন্তরিকভাবে সমগ্র সুন্দরবনবাসীর তরফ থেকে অভিনন্দন জানাচ্ছি। আজ ৭৯তম প্রতিষ্ঠা দিবস আমরা পালন করছি। আমাদের দেশের স্বাধীনতার ৭৯তম দিবস আমরা পালন করব, আর সিফ্রির ৭৯তম ফাউন্ডেশন ডে আমরা পালন করছি। সুতরাং এটি আমাদের কাছে একটি সিগনিফিক্যান্ট ডে এবং এই দিনটি অত্যন্ত গুরুত্বপূর্ণ দিবস হিসাবে চিহ্নিত হয়ে থাকবে। আপনাদের নিশ্চয়ই স্মরণে আছে যে একটা সময় সিফ্রি সিন্স ইন্ডিপেন্ডেন্স প্রিন্সিপাল অর্গানাইজেশন ছিল, পরবর্তীকালে সিফা অ্যান্ড ভ্যারাইটিজ অর্গানাইজেশন এসেছে। ফলে আমরা লক্ষ্য করেছি আমাদের স্বাধীনতার পরে, আপনারা জানেন আমি যে জায়গায় বাস করি সুন্দরবন, পৃথিবীর সেরা বাদাবন, পৃথিবীর সেরা রয়্যাল বেঙ্গল টাইগারের বাসভূমি, বিশ্বের ঐতিহ্যমণ্ডিত স্থানগুলির মধ্যে অন্যতম, অনেক বিশেষণে বিশেষিত, 50 লক্ষ মানুষের বাস। একটা বড় অংশের মানুষ যারা মৎস্য চাষ মেন তাদের জীবিকা। দুঃখের হলেও সত্য যে স্বাধীনতার পরে এই দিকটি তেমনভাবে দেখা হয়নি সুন্দরবনের মৎস্যজীবীদের জন্য। আজকে যদি একথা না বলি তাহলে অন্যায় করা হবে যে বিগত 5 বছর পূর্বে ডক্টর বিকে দাস তার টিম নিয়ে সেখানে গিয়েছিলেন যে সুন্দরবনের মৎস্যজীবীদের সাস্টেনেবল ডেভেলপমেন্ট, টেকসই উন্নয়ন কিভাবে করা যায়। তো প্রাথমিকভাবে যে আলোচনা আমাদের সঙ্গে হয়েছিল সেই আলোচনায় আমি বলেছিলাম যে যারা প্রান্তিক জনগোষ্ঠী আছে, তফসিল জাতি এবং তফসিল উপজাতি সব থেকে পিছিয়ে পড়েছেন, তাদেরকে সেই ফ্যামিলিগুলি দেখে নেওয়া হোক। আপনাদের নিশ্চয়ই যারা এটাকে চর্চা করে, বিশেষ করে সিপ্রি পরিবারের সমস্ত সায়েন্টিস্টরাই প্রায় অবগত আছেন যে সুন্দরবনের সব মানুষের কাছে চাষের জমি নেই, কিন্তু সুন্দরবনের সবার কাছে ছোট ছোট পুকুর আছে। যে পুকুরটায় চাষ করতে পারলে বছরে 6 মাস অন্তত ভালোভাবে চলে যেতে পারে। কিন্তু ওই কোথাও যেন একটা ফিতে, লাল ফিতের বাঁধন রয়েছে। এতদিন যাবৎ স্বাধীনতার পরও সেখানে যে প্রযুক্তি, সেই প্রযুক্তিগত যে দিক, সেই দিকটা পৌঁছানো হয়নি, প্রশিক্ষণ পৌঁছানো হয়নি। ফলে তথাকথিত যে প্রচলিত যে ব্যবস্থা, সেই ব্যবস্থার মধ্য দিয়ে তারা মাছ চাষ করেছে। ফলে সেই মাছ চাষে কখনো সফলতা এসেছে, কখনো আবার সফলতা আসেনি। 5 বছর ধরে প্রায় 5,000 পরিবার, এবং যার বড় অংশ তফসিলি জাতি এবং উপজাতি, প্রায় সবটাই যদি আমরা ধরে নিই তাহলে দেখবেন যে আমি আপনাদের এটুকু বলতে পারি আজকের দিনে দাঁড়িয়ে যে সমীক্ষা করে দেখা গেছে মোর দ্যান 50% ফ্যামিলি কিছুটা হলেও তারা সাস্টেনেবল হয়েছে, কিছুটা হলে তারা সিস্টেমটা শিখেছে। তো আজকে যদি সুন্দরবনের মতো এরকম একটি প্রান্তিক জায়গায় যেখানে 50 লক্ষ মানুষ বাস করে, 25%-এর বেশি মানুষের যাদের মেন উপজীবিকা হচ্ছে মাছ চাষ, তাদেরকে যদি প্রশিক্ষণ দেওয়া যেত, তাদের যদি প্রযুক্তি দেওয়া যায়, তাহলে হয়তো এই জনগোষ্ঠীটা রক্ষা পেয়ে যেতে পারে। কোনো অল্টারনেটিভ ওয়ে নেই। আপনাদের নিশ্চয়ই আপনারা অবগত আছেন যে সমগ্র সুন্দরবনে কোথাও ইন্ডাস্ট্রি গড়ে ওঠেনি, গড়ে উঠবে না। অ্যাগ্রো বেস ইন্ডাস্ট্রি একমাত্র সম্ভাবনা ছিল, সেটি স্বাধীনতার আজকে যখন আমরা কথা বলছি 78 বছর অতিবাহিত হয়ে গেছে, 79 বছর আমরা পালন করব। সেই 79 বছরের মধ্যে সেই পরিকল্পনা গ্রহণ করা হয়নি। তো আমি এখানে গর্বিত এবং কৃতজ্ঞ যে ডক্টর বিকে দাস সাহেব আজকের আমাকে আমন্ত্রণ করেছেন, সিপ্রি পরিবার আমাকে আমন্ত্রণ করেছেন। আমি এই কথাটা বলতে পারছি, এখানে ICAR এর অনেক ইনস্টিটিউট আছেন, ফরমার ডিরেক্টর আছেন। সকলের উদ্দেশ্যে একটাই আবেদন, সুন্দরবনের যে জনগোষ্ঠী আছে সেই জনগোষ্ঠী কিন্তু ভয়ঙ্কর পরিস্থিতির মধ্যে আছে। তাদের আর্থ সামাজিক পরিকাঠামো যে জায়গায় গিয়েছে, আগামী দিনে তারা টিকে থাকা খুব সংকট আছে। কিন্তু উপায় নেই। আপনারা জানেন যে সেখানে প্রাকৃতিক বিপর্যয় প্রতি বছর লেগে থাকে। তাদের একমাত্র জীবিকা ধান চাষ আর মাছ চাষ। তো প্রতি বছর হয় অতিবৃষ্টি, নয় বন্যা, নয় ঘূর্ণিঝড়, সুন্দরবনের মানুষ সাংঘাতিকভাবে বিপন্ন হয়ে যাচ্ছে। যাবার উপায় নেই। যাওয়ার উপায় থাকলে চলে যেত। সমগ্র পৃথিবীতে কোথাও এক টুকরো জায়গা নেই তাদের মাথা গোঁজার ঠাঁই নেই। তো কোথায় যাবে তারা? প্রশ্ন আজকে সেটাই। তো সেখানে দাঁড়িয়ে থাকতে হয়। তাই সেখানে গিয়ে দেখবেন, আজকে যদি আপনারা সমীক্ষা করতে যান তাহলে দেখবেন যে পরিবারের যারা পুরুষ লোক, তারা বেশিরভাগই তারা আমাদের রাজ্যের বাইরে চলে গেছে, আমাদের দেশের বাইরে চলে গেছে পরিযায়ী শ্রমিক হিসাবে, মাইগ্রেট লেবার হিসাবে কাজ করতে গেছেন। সুতরাং মহিলারা সেই বাড়িগুলিতে টিকে আছে, তারা পাহারা দিচ্ছে, তাদের যে সন্তান সন্ততি আছে তাদের রক্ষা করার দায়িত্ব নিয়েছে। আপনারা অনেকেই অবগত আছেন যে বিকল্প কিছু না পেয়ে জীবনের ঝুঁকি নিয়ে, মৃত্যু যাদের প্রায় যে কোনো সময় হতে পারে, নদীতে মিন বাগদা ধরে, কুমির কামড়ের আক্রমণ আছে, আর সব থেকে ভয়ঙ্কর আছে দেখা গেছে যে নোনা জল এত ক্ষুরোধার, সেই জায়গায় দাঁড়িয়ে যে সমস্ত মহিলারা প্রায় মিন বাগদা ধরছে, তাদের বেশিরভাগ আক্রান্ত হচ্ছে, তাদের নিম্নাংশ পচন এসে যাচ্ছে। ফলে একটি কঠিন এক পরিস্থিতির মুখোমুখি সুন্দরবনবাসী। আমি সকলের কাছে আবেদন করবো, ICAR ইনস্টিটিউটে যারা আছে, যে সুন্দরবনের দাস সাহেব যেভাবে 5 বছর আগে এসেছে, অথচ এই সংস্থার জন্ম হয়েছে আজ থেকে 78 বছর আগে। আমার বয়স 63 বছর। 5 বছর আগে আমি শুনিনি যে সেন্ট্রাল ইনল্যান্ড ফিশারি রিসার্চ ইনস্টিটিউট সুন্দরবনে গিয়ে কোনো কাজ করেছে মৎস্যজীবীদের জন্য, মৎস্যজীবী পরিবারগুলির জন্য। 5-6 বছরের মধ্যে এই পেরিফেরির মধ্যে কাজকর্ম শুরু হয়েছে। বহুদিন পূর্বে ডিজি আয়াপ্পন সাহেব একবার বালি দ্বীপে গিয়েছিলেন, তারপরে আর কোনো কিছু আমরা শুনি না, জানি না। এই সময়ের মধ্যে আমাদের অর্গানাইজেশন কুলতলি মিলন তীর্থ সোসাইটির সঙ্গে জয়েন্ট কোলাবোরেশনে আমরা যে কাজটা শুরু করেছি, সেখানে আমরা চেষ্টা করছি, এবং এটা পরীক্ষিত সত্য যে আপনারা যে কেউ গিয়ে পরীক্ষা করতে পারেন, গিয়ে দেখতে পারেন যে যাদেরকে সামান্য সাহায্য করা হয়েছে, খুব বেশি সাহায্য করা হয়নি, কখনো 8 কিলো মাছ দিয়েছেন, কখনো 20 কিলো, 8 কিলো মাছ, 20 কিলো চুন আর 100 কেজি মাছের খাদ্য, সেইটার উপর দাঁড়িয়ে তাদেরকে বলে দেওয়া হয়েছিল। দাস সাহেবই বলেছিলেন, একটি সভায় দাঁড়িয়ে মহিলা সম্মেলন হয়েছিল, 6000-7000 মহিলা সেখানে উপস্থিত হয়েছিল। সেখানে বলেছিলেন যে প্রত্যেককে ব্যাংক অ্যাকাউন্ট করতে হবে, ব্যাংকে টাকা জমা দিতে হবে, মাছ বিক্রি করতে হবে, বাজারে নিয়ে যেতে হবে, খরচ করো, কিন্তু এটা একটা সিস্টেমের মধ্যে এসো। আজকের গিয়ে দেখবেন সেই সিস্টেম এসেছে। আর আরও একটি বিষয় আপনারা শুনলে খুশি হবেন, অন্যান্য অর্গানাইজেশনগুলো নিশ্চয়ই খুশি হবেন, যে সেন্ট্রাল ইনল্যান্ড ফিশারি রিসার্চ ইনস্টিটিউট, স্টেট ব্যাংক অফ ইন্ডিয়া এবং কুলতলি মিলন তীর্থ সোসাইটি যৌথভাবে একটি গ্রামকে পরীক্ষা নিরীক্ষাভাবে বেছে নিয়ে মডেল গ্রাম বানাতে চলেছি আমরা। একটি গ্রাম, মডেল গ্রাম, যার মেজরটাই প্রায় শিডিউল কাস্ট আছে, মেজরটাই শিডিউল কাস্ট পরিবার আছে, দরিদ্র পরিবার, তাদের নিয়ে আমরা একটা পরীক্ষা নিরীক্ষা হচ্ছে, এক্সপেরিমেন্ট হচ্ছে, সার্ভে শুরু হয়েছে। শুধু তাই না, সেই সার্ভে করতে গিয়ে যে ফরম্যাট দাস সাহেবরা দিয়েছিলেন, যে তার মানে একজন ছেলে মেয়ে তার পরিবারের সবাই যারা আছে কতটা ওজন আছে তাদের, সেটা থেকে শুরু করে সমস্ত কিছু ডাটা কালেক্ট করে দেখা গেছে যে এই পরিস্থিতিতে কতটা কণ্টকাকীর্ণ অবস্থার মধ্য দিয়ে চলতে হচ্ছে মানুষ সেখানে বেঁচে আছে। সুতরাং খুবই খারাপ অবস্থার মধ্যে আছে সুন্দরবনের মানুষ। সুন্দরবনের মানুষের কথা আমরা বলি বটে, সুন্দরবন পৃথিবীর সেরা বাদাবন বিধায় সমগ্র পৃথিবীর যারা পর্যটন প্রেমী তারা সেখানে যাচ্ছেন, সমস্ত কিছু হচ্ছে, কিন্তু সুন্দরবনের মানুষের কল্যাণে কিছু হচ্ছে না। তাই আজকের দিনে দাঁড়িয়ে আজকের আমরা এই 79 ফাউন্ডেশন ডে সিপ্রির, এটি একটি উল্লেখযোগ্য দিন। আমি আজকের দিনে দাঁড়িয়ে আবেদন করব সিপ্রি পরিবারের কাছে, যে 5000 পরিবার আপনারা গ্রহণ করেছেন, দাস সাহেবকে বলবো যে আগামী 2 বছরের জন্য যদি আরও 5000 পরিবারকে যদি যুক্ত করা যায়, তাহলে হয়তো কিছুটা আগাবে। কারণ লক্ষ লক্ষ মানুষ অনাহারে অর্ধাহারে দিন কাটাচ্ছে, যন্ত্রণায় দিন কাটাচ্ছে, কে সেখানে সান্ত্বনা দেবে? কি ব্যবস্থা আছে? আমরা অনেক কথা বলছি, অনেক কথা শুনছি, কিন্তু পরিস্থিতি খুবই খারাপ আছে। সুতরাং আমি সময় নষ্ট করতে চাই না, আমরা শোনার জন্য এসেছি, জানার জন্য এসেছি। আমাদের দেশ সাহেব বেশ কয়েকবার গিয়েছেন। मैडम विभा टैंडन के रिक्वेस्ट करबो, प्लीज काम सुंदरबन। आईआईसीबी के डायरेक्टर, बहुत दिन मैंने पहले में सुना है कि आईआईसीबी से बहुत सारे साइंटिस्ट है मैं काम कर सकता है, तो अभी तो मैं नहीं सुना है, अभी मैं नहीं देखा है, जब भी नहीं देखा है कि आईआईसीबी उधर से जाएंगे। हमारे स्वामी जी तो पहले में बात किया था कि मैं अब सुंदरबन में जाऊंगा, जल्दी जाऊंगा। आप एक प्रोग्राम, ये नेक्स्ट प्रोग्राम में मैं पहले साहेब और 1984 मे बी 19 हाँ सर सिप हाँ हाँ सिपा हाँ 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 सिपा हाँ हाँ। তো আমি আবেদন করব, সময় নষ্ট করতে যাচ্ছি না, সে খুব খারাপ পরিস্থিতির মধ্যে আছে, একটি মৎস্যজীবী এলাকা। আমাদের দেশে মধ্যে যে সমস্ত মৎস্যজীবী এলাকা আছে, কৃষি প্রধান এলাকা আছে, তার মধ্যে অন্যতম সুন্দরবন। সুতরাং সুন্দরবনকে রক্ষা করুন, সুন্দরবনকে দেখার জন্য আবেদন করব, আর কৃতজ্ঞতা জানাবো সমগ্র সুন্দরবনবাসীর তরফ থেকে। একটি নতুন হিস্ট্রি, নতুন একটি আইডিয়া ডক্টর দাস সাহেব দিয়ে গেলেন, যেটার মধ্য দিয়ে আমরা মনে করি 5000 পরিবার যেহেতু শুরু হয়েছে, সঙ্গে সঙ্গে আশেপাশে পরিবারগুলো এই সিস্টেমের মধ্যে যেতে চলেছে, তারা সিস্টেমটাকে ব্যবহার করার জন্য তারা এগিয়ে গেছে। সুতরাং আগামী দিনে আরও যারা পুয়ার অ্যান্ড ডেস্টিটিউট পিপল আছে, তাদেরকে যাতে আরও 5000 পরিবারকে যুক্ত করা যায়, সেই আবেদন রেখে সকলকে আমি আন্তরিকভাবে ধন্যবাদ জানিয়ে আমার কথা আমি শেষ করলাম। নমস্কার।
ধন্যবাদ লোকমান বাবু। আমাদের সাথে রয়েছেন সিএমএফআরআই ডিরেক্টর ডক্টর এ গোপাল কৃষ্ণ। He is the former director of ICAR Central Marine Fisheries Research Institute. On 31st July 2024, he leaving behind a slew of ground-breaking research and initiative for the betterment of fisher community and the advancement of India's marine fisheries sector. During his remarkable 11 years tenure, Dr. Gopal Krishna spearheaded numerous community-centric initiatives with a particular focus on women empowerment, transgender mainstreaming, and startup boosting in the marine fisheries sector. CFRI received over 140 national and international awards during his tenure. May I now request Dr. A. Gopal Krishna, sir, former director of CFRI, to please address the audience. Sir, please.
Good afternoon. Namaskaram. Adarani chief guest of today's function, Swami, shall I address you, Dr. Shivapurnanandaji Maharaj Swamiji. Sir, Swamiji has got, he's a graduate in agriculture and master's in agriculture and also has done PhD in agriculture. So, Swamiji, Dr. Shivapurnanandaji Maharaj of Assistant Administration Head of Belur Mad and KVK. Professor Vibha Tandon, Madam, Director, Indian Institute of Chemical Biology. Once upon a time, I wanted to join your institute, ma'am. Prior to joining ARS, it was one of my dream institutes to be there in IACB, Kolkata. Then my colleague, Dr. Pradeep Dey, Director at RE, Kolkata. Then Sri Lokman Molla, Secretary, Kultali Milan Tirtha Society, Sundarban. Then host of today's function, my dear friend, and my dear friend, I mean, like Dr. B.K. Das, an eminent, very eminent, great scientist and director of this great institution. And my ARS batchmate, I'm very happy to see Dr. Dam Roy with his family, all the heads of CIFA and CIFE centers and centers of CIFRI. HORC, HODs and HORCs from all the centers, including from the one in Kochi, Bangalore, Vadodara, Kolkata, and Guwahati, all the stations. And all my friends, and all farmer friends, and all my friends and family members of ICAR-CIFRI, including I'm happy to see Mr. S.K. Paul, my former colleague from NBFGR. So thank you. I'm profusely thankful to the director for inviting me to this function. And words fail to express my happiness and my excitement to be with you in Barakpur after 32 years. 32 years. I last visited, though I feel bad to say that I visited Barakpur way back in 1993. So that was my last visit to this great institution. When I was in National Bureau of Fish Genetic Resources, Lucknow, we used to come to West Bengal for our cryopreservation experiments. Famous, very famous carp hatcheries. We used to visit the carp hatcheries for our cryopreservation work. So during 1993, visited. That was my last visit, and due to some unknown reasons, I couldn't come again. During this period of span of 32 years, I couldn't make any further visit, and the last mail from Dr. B.K. Das made me really happy, and I was very keen to make this visit to this historic pre-independent Indian established institute after this 32 years. So today I'm standing in front of you because of my qualifying ARS. So the major share of the credit goes to this wonderful institute and its effort taken by the earlier director, Dr. V.G. Jingran, who wrote an excellent book on fish and fisheries of India. So that time in 1987-88, when we wrote ARS, I got selected. I joined in 1989. I belonged to 32nd Foundation course of FOCARS of that time it was FCARPM, and there was no internet and no fisheries handbook, no instant notes, no question banks, nothing. The only book that was available for a candidate, fisheries candidate or an aquaculture candidate who has to depend on for preparing for ARS was the only book was Dr. V.G. Jingran sir's book, who was a former Padma Shri Dr. V.G. Jingran sir's book. That was the only book, and so literally we mugged up. So still I have the personal copy of that particular book as a precious thing, which I keep very safely. Had that book not been there, I'm sure that is with his experience, with his exposure, late Jingran Saab's exposure to this, in his involvement in CIFRI's activities, and that resulted in writing that book. And had the book had not been there, I'm sure that I would not be standing here as an ARS scientist, and I would not have qualified the ARS examination also. So profusely thanking CIFRI to for having that great stalwart leaders and also for bringing out that book. I belong to another old institute, pre-independent period established, that British era institute, that is Central Marine Fisheries Research Institute, a sister institute. That, and there were only two institutes prior to independence. So that is CIFRI and CMFRI, another historic institute. And I, as a mariculture student and later as a director of the institute, and both were established by the British government in 1947 prior to independence, directly under the Union Ministry of Agriculture and Food Processing, not under the then Imperial Council of Agricultural Research. We were directly under the ministry. Both the CMFRA and CIFRI joined the Indian Council of Agricultural Research in 1967 through a Gazette notification. So, and CIFRI was fortunate to give birth to many other very excellent institutions, like the one here, Director Sir has already mentioned in his talk, that is Central Institute of Freshwater Aquaculture, Bhubaneswar, National Bureau of Fish Genetic Resources, Lucknow. Wherever I go, I say my blood group is NBFGR because I was posted there. I opted for NBFGR. I was posted there. Though I retired as a director of CMFRI, my blood group is of National Bureau of Fish and Resources. And another institute is DCFR, now recently rechristened as the Central Institute of Cold Water Fisheries Research, Bhimtal, and also partly the Central Institute of Brackish Water Aquaculture, Chennai. That way, so being my blood group as NBFGR, I can also claim that I have connection with relationship. I have relationship with my this CIFRI also, because it's a part of the whole family. As basically I was a scientist of CIFRI, I mean, as a scientist of the CIFRI Offspring Institute, that offshoot institute, that is NBFGR. And another thing is CIFRI, see, as Dasar has already mentioned that it has contributed so many directors, Dr. Arjun Jingran, like in NBFGR, while in NBFGR also, all those who have been posted finally in NBFGR were also they also have become directors, like Dr. Arjun Jingran, Dr. P. Das sir, who treated me like a son, and Dr. D. Kapoor, then Dr. M. Sinha sir, who later became the director of this institute, then Dr. Sarkar, UK Sarkar, and Dr. P.C. Mohanda sir, who was also part of earlier part of CIFRI and later joined NBFGR, and who retired as a director of DCFR, and all were the family members of this great institution. My first visit to CIFRI was after joining the ARS, which was in May 1990. So I was posted at SIFA Bhubaneswar for 6 months attachment training, during when Dr. Arun Jinkaran was the director. So as part of, as I said, the 6 months of the subject matter training, and I fondly remember the encouragement and support provided by him, and he was really excited because that time we had an option to give to which institute you want to join, because three options were given, and then he had asked me which one did you opt, you want to go to back to CMFRE? I said no sir, I want to be in NBFGR. So he said it's my brainchild. He was the first founder director of NBFGR. So the excitement what he had, and he's when really he appreciated me and really encouraged me. Then Dr. Sugunan sir, Dr. SP Iyer sir, Dr. Vinci madam, then Dr. Late Dr. YS Yadav sir. I mean, those were the real persons who later, Dr. Yadav sir, who retired as later became the director BOBP IGO. So all really encouraged me as an ARS probationer during that time. So later, after the 6 months attachment training, I joined at Allahabad, the then Allahabad, now it's Prayagraj. After my joining NBFGR, and you know NBFGR was at Allahabad, number 3 Bagambari housing scheme, Allahabad. So Alapur, Allahabad, and I had an excellent and wonderful support from the CIFRI center. We had a very close network because Dasar was basically from CIFRI. Very good support. I still remember the support provided by Dr. Tyagi, statistician Dr. Tyagi, Dr. Ravi Chandra. Then also from Dr. Unitan sir, late Unitan sir, who was heading the Alapura Center, Alapi Center. Who later joined NBFGR, and Dr. P. Da, of course, Dr. P. Das sir, and Mrs. Das sir also. That I should not forget, Madam Shukla Das sir also, Madam's name also here. And Das sir was my first director as a scientist who loved me like a son. And as part of Government of India's records, India's fish production is somewhere around 17.5 million tons, and majority of this comes from the freshwater side. Though I belong to marine side, I should admit that the majority of the fish production comes from freshwater side. I can confidently state that it was as a result of the great scientist and the team of CIFRI contribution of Dr. Hilal Chowdhury and the team on 10th July 1957, who made a real breakthrough. He deserved some real Bharat Ratna, or Hilal Chowdhury and team. They deserved some very high, national recognitions. So real breakthrough. Who has been the team was been led by Dr. Hilal Chowdhury was successful. Extremely, they did the real breakthrough work of successfully breeding the carps under captivity in Anugul and Odisha, which that made the tremendous change of transforming growth of Indian aquaculture from the traditional practices to the modern aquaculture. So this was the major contribution. That time it was in 1957. This was the major contribution that made a remarkable sea change in the freshwater aquaculture of this nation. And other contributions include the composite fish culture. Dr. Das has already said. Then culture and breeding of Hilsa, the recent success of culture and breeding of Hilsa, its fishes management, riverine habitat management, and mitigating climate change and reducing the impact of pollutants. Then environmental flow monitoring, maintaining, and in the northeastern hill rivers and all other river systems, riverine and reservoir fishes management. Then working on excellent work on antimicrobial resistance. Then highly commendable activities in the northeastern hill region, and especially in for the upliftment of the scheduled caste SCSP and TSP programs, and in pen and cage culture of reservoirs, and saluting this institute for this taking up this, winning this excellent activity on Namami Gange, the mega externally funded project, what CIFRI won under the able leadership of the present director, Dr. B.K. Das. What is more important is CIFRI's transdisciplinary activities that are that are more complying with the UN has got 17 sustainable development goals. So out of this 10 to 11, say almost 10 CIFRI's mandate and activities are complying with the sustainable development goals. So no other institute and no fisheries institute in the country is having this much compliance with the sustainable development goal, from starting from no poverty number 1 to zero hunger and even up to 14 life below water. So this is a huge big compliments to CIFRI for having this wonderful achievement. And other the interesting thing is, like, we worked together, during my 11 years, exactly 11 years tenure as director, we worked together. And in the lighter sense, I will say, what made other fisheries institutes a bit upset and little envious is the enormous flow of externally funds that comes to CIFRI. CIFRI could win enormous number of externally funded projects under the able leadership of Dr. B.K. Das, which was like opening of the floodgates, exactly like opening of the dam, flooding of the opening of the floodgates. And also I just came to know that again they are winning a mammoth project. Even in Kerala also you are going to have NFDB has almost cleared a mammoth project in Kerala to use the derelict waters for livelihood upliftment of the local people, local poverty, below poverty line people, by creating fish farmer producer organizations, a mammoth project. So another again. So I've seen this thing, 1.89 signed publications per scientist is a huge number. Even actually it should have been, somewhere near two is excellent. So I have CMFRA, I tried my level best and it came only to 1.56. So this is much higher. And there was also a skyrocketing impact on the high quality publications, not the simple publications, high quality publication in very high impact factor journals from this also it's used to create heartburns in the other institutes, compared to all fisheries institutes. And during the last 8 to 9 years, that also I should admit, during the last 8 to 9 years, including the winning the ICR's Best Institution Award in 2021, and also NABL accreditation. And the also I should admit that in the entire fisheries sector and also in the ICAR system, I think no other institute other than CIFRI and Dr. B.K. Das are having the highest number of publications in high impact factor, and highest number of citations also. So that also I should admit. And the directors having the highest impact factor, I think, among all the ICR above 50, I think nearly 60 it's a very high impact factor in so highest H index, so that is above 50. So that is also among all the highest among all the fisheries scientists, or even highest among all the agriculture scientists as well. And lastly, just coming to our nation has set its goals for Vision 2047, coinciding with our 100th year of India's independence. This is also which coincides with the 100th year establishment of two institutes like CIFRA as well as CMFRA, and with government of Department of Fisheries, Government of India has set a goal of the fish production from all sectors in the country by 2047 should be 40 million, from 17.5 million tons to 40 million tons. That should be the production target. And I am sure both these institutes, especially in the freshwater side, CIFRI will must have finalized their Vision 2047 targets. I think definitely for increasing the fish production through the river reservoir fisheries management. And I sincerely wish and pray that this a great temple of fisheries knowledge of this nation, and so it may soon become the center of eminence or center of excellence in tropical fisheries and the lead institution in the entire Asia, with more and more international and national linkages, and reach greater heights in the coming years, with leading to the celebration of the 100th year in 2047. Thanking the director once again profusely for inviting me to this important function, and thanking all the colleagues, inviting the dignitaries on the dais, and all the farmer friends, CIFRI family members, and all colleagues. And I thank you so much. Jai CIFRI, Jai Hind.
Thank you, sir, for the reminiscence and also for your analysis for CIFRI's work and achievement. Thank you, sir, once again. Now it's a time for annual award distribution. Every year, on the occasion of the Foundation Day of ICAR-CIFRI, we organized our award ceremony for the institute staffs and the divisions. This year, we have 5 awards in this award category. This year, the best division award, we are having the best division award, the best center of the year award, best scientist of the year award, best technical staff of the year award, and best research scholar of the year award is there in the award category. So I request our Honorable Chief Guest Swami Shivapurnanandaji Maharaj, Chief Guest of today's function, to please hand over the Best Division Award 2024 to the Fisheries Resource Assessment and Informatics Division. So I request the head of the FRAI Division, Dr. Srikanta Samanta sir, and all the scientists and technical staffs and other staffs of this division to please come to the dais. And I request our honorable chief guest to please hand over the award, the Best Division Award, to the FRAI division staff members. Thank you, sir. Congratulations, Dr. Samanta and team. This year, the Best Center of the Year Award 2024 goes to ICAR-CIFRI Regional Center, Guwahati. And Dr. Sulip Maji and his team is with us on the virtual mode. And so congratulations, Dr. Sulip Maji. The Best Scientist Award of this year goes to Dr. Soma Das Sarkar from FRI Division and Dr. Shimanku Bora from ICAR-CIFRI Regional Center, Guwahati. I request Dr. Soma to please come to the dais, and I request Professor Bibha Tandon Madam to please hand over the Best Scientist Award of the year to Dr. Shoma. And I request Dr. Raju Betha to please come to the stage. And once again, I request Madam to please hand over Dr. Shimanku Bora's the Best Scientist Award to Dr. Raju Betha. Dr. Raju Betha is receiving the Best Scientist of the Year award of Dr. Shimanku Bora. This year, the Best Technical Staff of the Year award 2024 goes to Ms. Sumedha Das. She is STA of Director Cell. So I request Sumedha, please come to the stage. And I request Dr. Pradeep De to please hand over the Best Technical Award of the Year to Ms. Sumedha Das. This year, the Best Research Scholar Award goes to Ms. Devoshmita Mohanty, Project Assistant, National Mission for Clean Ganga. So I request Devoshmita to please come to the stage, and I request our honorable guest of honor, Dr. A. Gopal Krishnan sir, to please hand over the award to Devoshmita. Thank you, Swamiji. Thank you, madam. Thank you, sir. Today we have with us Professor Bibha Tandon, madam. She is currently serving as Director CSIR IICV Kolkata. She was chairperson of Chemical Science Committee from 2016 to 20 of Kiran program of Department of Science and Technology, New Delhi. She worked on okay. Very good morning to all of you. आप सभी को बहुत बहुत नमस्कार. और आज का तो सिफरी की बर्थडे है, सो 79th बर्थडे. एंड भारत में अब 80 साल तक हम अपने आप को जो है वो यंग कहते हैं. सो टुडे the many happy returns to the SIFRI. So I would like to give you, all of you, very, very happy, say, birthday to all everybody sitting here. So further, I would like to address Swami Shridhanand Ji Maharaj, the chief guest of today, Dr. B.K. Das, Director, SIFRI, and Dr. Lokman Molla, President, Kultali Milan Trithar City, Dr. A. Gopalakrishnan, former Director, CMFRI, Dr. Pradeep De, the Director, ICR Atari, Kolkata, and all, scientists of SIFRI from different centers, researchers, staff members, and last but not the least, the students. So in short, I would like to tell about myself that I love teaching, and I have always been teaching from last 30 years. So I started my journey somewhere in Prayagraj and landed in Delhi, and had a long journey here and there, and then landed in Delhi. And I was in Delhi University and then moved to JNU, and then very recently to the Kolkata. So once again, good morning to all of you and all the dignitaries on the dais and off the dais. It is absolutely an honor and privilege to be a part of the 79th Foundation Day of SIFRI. And I would like to thank Dr. B.K. Das for giving me this opportunity to be part of your function, because we all know ICAR a lot. There was one of the most famous agriculture university used to be in Allahabad also, and we used to visit there, and I learned a little bit over there also. And it is always a privilege, and it is really, I would say that Dr. A. Gopalakrishnan has not left anything to be told after whatever the B.K. Das has told us. After that, Dr. Gopalakrishnan, whether it is out of envy or it was out of proud, he told us all proud moment of the SIFRI. So once again, many, many congratulations to all of you. And I would say that by 2047, you all because it has been very clearly told, and I read it also on the website of SIFRI, that you are really representing the maximum number of the sustainable development goals of Government of India, which they have set for us. So I would like to say that it is really not easy to talk about your whatever is
is your achievement, but I would like to congratulate you once again. And I know that you have, the CIFRI has played a crucial role in sustainable fisheries from inland open waters for environmental integrity to livelihood and nutritional security. Over the years, its contributions have guided us towards the sustainable fisheries management, ensuring that all our water resources are optimally utilized while maintaining ecological balance. So we all know that the Blue Revolution of India demonstrated importance of fisheries and aquaculture sector. And I would say that we are currently India is one of the world's leading fish producers and exporters, and India is the third largest fish producing and second largest aquaculture producing nation in world. And institutions like CIFRI, and this is the effort of all of you that has brought us to this level, and we must congratulate you for your hard work. And you only not produce the fish, you are feeding us. So anybody who is working with agriculture, IARI, and is a, I would say that whether it is green revolution, it is blue revolution, if we are here proudly saying that we are able to export the food, we are export, आप हमारे अन्नदाता हैं. If I say in the short, then it is the most beautiful part to say all of you, and many, many congratulations for all of you. And obviously, the fisheries has caused a huge impact on the economy of India. And you have given us, you have provided a lot of people and improved employment opportunities, and provided benefits for those involving in the fishing industries, our farmers, whether it is directly or indirectly also. So a lot of indirect benefits are also got from the IRA and the CIFRI as such. And as if I was say, as all of us know that the Bengal is the second largest state after the Andhra Pradesh in the fish producers. So obviously you all are doing, the whole Bengal, West Bengal is doing the great part in terms of the fisheries, and you are producing some of the special species of the hilsa, and you are nurturing it, you are trying to produce it. Not only quantity matters, but the quality also matters, which West Bengal and the CIFRI has a larger contribution in that part. So now if I come to, because I know that the program is quite late, I would like to come to back here that the very recently, maybe around say 2021, 22, CSIR and the ICAR has signed a MOU among us, and we are trying to work in the area of fisheries, in the area of seaweed, also, and a lot of other areas. The CSIR and ICR is actually collaborating, and I being the institutional head of the IICB, Indian Institute of Chemical Biology, people who do not know chemical biology, we are more or less the only institution in India which talks about the chemical biology by name, because what we are trying to say that whatever are the chemicals are there, if we can connect it biologically and we can convert it into the drug, that is what is the basic objective of our. We work on several diseases, especially related to the West Bengal or the humans in all over world and India. And I would like to invite all of you, although directly we are not connected to the fisheries, but we have a very good analytical facility. Our central instrumentation facility is very, very good. And I would say that it is underutilized. If any of the CIFRI scientists student want to utilize that facility, you are welcome to that. We have another campus in Salt Lake, and although it is far away from there, but you can come there, you can stay in our guest house, and you can perform your experiments on the institutions. I know you have been doing a lot of analytical work, lot of those works, and whatever facilities you do not have, please come there. Although it is on the paid basis, but we can always discuss, because both of us are the government institution. And I would like to bring here one more institution in the picture, which is another institution of the CSIR, which is called as the Central Salt and Marine Research Institute of Bhavnagar. So Bhavnagar is doing a lot of things related to the marine research, lot of things related to your research, the fish development, seaweed development, algal development. They are doing a lot of things, and they are the pioneer in those cases, in those areas, and they are collaborating some of the ICAR institutions. But I know Dr. Kanan is looking forward for the institutions like CIFRI. And once again, I would like to invite all of you, and if you need any kind of a, collaboration with the CMCRI, please, you can come through me, or directly also you can contact the Bhavnagar institution. With all these things, I would like to once again congratulate Dr. B.K. Das, and I would like to thank him for including him in his, happy moments. And if any time we can be of any use, please feel free to contact me or contact anybody in ISCB. Once again, thanks and many happy returns of the day. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am, for your kind remarks. একটু আগে মানে এখনই যিনি বলে গেলেন উনি হলেন প্রফেসর বিভা টন্ডন ম্যাডাম, যিনি ডিরেক্টর আইআইসিবি। ম্যাডাম প্রায় মানে উনি ন্যাশনাল লেভেলে যে মহিলারা কাজ করেন স্পেশালি বিজ্ঞান এবং বৈজ্ঞানিক বিষয় নিয়ে, তাদের মধ্যে প্রায় 1000 জনের ওপর মহিলাকে উনি মেন্টর করেছেন এবং তাদেরকে বৈজ্ঞানিক যে সেক্টর তাতে ফিরে আসতে সাহায্য করেছেন। এবং তিনি যে বিষয়ে কাজ করেন তা হলো ড্রাগ ডিসকভারি, এএমআর, ক্যান্সার বায়োলজি, রেডিওথেরাপি অ্যান্ড ড্রাগ ডেভেলপমেন্ট, যা মানুষ ও সমাজের সেবায় কাজে আমাদের লাগছে ও লাগে। থ্যাংক ইউ ম্যাডাম ওয়ান্স অ্যাগেন। Now we'll move to the felicitation of the meritorious students of ICAR-CIFRI family. This year, we have 4 names are selected. Miss Anushka Pandit, daughter of Dr. Arun Pandit, principal scientist and in charge economics section. Anushka has received 94.13% under the ICSE board in the 10th exam. And so I request Anushka to please come to the dais, and I request our chief guest, Sri Shivapurnam Maharaj ji, to please hand over the meritorious award to Anushka. She is daughter of Dr. Arun Pandit, principal scientist and in charge of economics section. Anushka has got 94.13% under ICSE board. Mr. Nilotpal Das, son of Mr. Sanjay Kumar Das, technical officer, he has also received the best meritorious award this year. So I request Nilotpal to please come to the dais. And once again, I request Maharaj to please hand over the best meritorious award to Nilotpal. He has received 87.6% under CBSE board, and two of the students from other stations, they have also received the meritorious award. Thank you, madam. Thank you, sir. Mr. Govinda Bharadwaj, son of Dharamnath Jha, he is head of ICAR-CIFRI Prayagraj Center. He has received the meritorious award. And Mr. Anubhav Singh Rana, son of Munshi Ram Rana, technician T1 of ICAR-CIFRI Prayagraj, has also received the meritorious award this year. And congratulations to all of our extended family members. Now, we have with us Dr. Pradeep De. He is presently engaged in planning and monitoring of ICAR's artery activities.
Shubho Deepparha, Honorable and Revered Maharaj, Swami Shivapurnananda ji. हम लोगों के लिए इन्होंने उनका जो डेजिग्नेशन यहाँ पे दिया हुआ है उससे बड़ा परिचय हमारे लिए है कि हमारे जो नरेंद्रपुर का और सारगाछी का दूसरे ढंग से दोनों को ही बेसिकली उन्होंने फर्स्ट check point is Maharaj, and he is from background of agriculture, so we are very safe in that sense. So Maharaj, pranam aapko. Dr. Das, esteemed director of this very prestigious institute and the institute which has given birth so many other institutes. Then Dr. Gopalakrishnan साहब के पास साथ बहुत दिन बाद मुलाकात हुआ, but we usually meet all the directors meet earlier also. Madam Tandon और डॉक्टर लोग हमारे लोकमान मोल्ला जी ऑफ कोर्स ऑनररी डॉक्टरेट के लिए एलिजिबल है, बट लेट अस होप दैट ही विल गेट सम डे. हमारे सामने हमारे बहुत पुराने साथी डॉक्टर धीमान, डॉक्टर घोषाल, डॉक्टर पाल, डॉक्टर दामराय एंड मैडम दामराय एंड ऑल सिकरी परिवार के जो भी हमारे साथ आज उपस्थित हैं, और खासतौर के जो किसान आए हुए हैं, তো আপনাদের সবাইকে অনেক অনেক শুভেচ্ছা। আর সবাইকেই যে যে লেভেলে আছে আজকের দিনটা, দিস ইজ এ ডে ওয়েন উই ক্যান লুক ব্যাক অলসো অ্যান্ড উই ক্যান লুক ফরওয়ার্ড অলসো, স্টেইং এট দ্যাট জাংচার অফ এই 79th ফাউন্ডেশন ডে। তো আমরা বলি কি যে এক হিসেবে 79th ফাউন্ডেশন ডে এর পরে 80th, তো এটা সুপার সিনিয়র সিটিজেনশিপের একটা দরজা পাওয়া যায়। সেই হিসেবে আরও অফকোর্স সো মেনি রেসপন্সিবিলিটিস উইল বি দেয়ার। কিন্তু যেটুকু আমি দেখেছি যে গত কিছুদিন কাজ করে এই মঞ্চে যারা বসে আছে তাদেরকে নিয়ে যদি একটু দেখা যায় তাহলেও এই ব্যাপারটাও সাজানো হয়েছে বেশ সুন্দর করে। স্বামী শিবপূর্ণানন্দজি উনি এগ্রিকালচারাল ব্যাকগ্রাউন্ড থেকেই খালি নন, উনি কৃষি বিজ্ঞান কেন্দ্রগুলোকে যেভাবে দেখেন এবং যেভাবে ওনার পরিকল্পনা, সেই দিক থেকে দেখতে গেলে আমাদের ওয়েস্ট বেঙ্গলে বা আমাদের এই পুরো জোনে কিন্তু আমরা অনেক কিছু গাইডেন্স ওনার থেকেই পাই। আরেকজন মানুষ এখানে বসে আছেন যে আমরা বলি জলে কুমির আর ডাঙায় বাঘ নিয়ে লড়াই করা যে মানুষগুলো, সেগুলো হচ্ছে সুন্দরবনের মানুষ। তার প্রতিনিধি হিসেবে মিলনতীর্থ সোসাইটির লোকমান মোল্লাজি বসে আছেন। মহিলা মৎস্যজীবী 2.0 যেটা হয়েছিল সেটাতে, আর প্রথমটাতেও আমি ছিলাম, ইনফ্যাক্ট দুটোতেই ছিলাম। তো এই ইনস্টিটিউটে যতগুলো ডেভেলপমেন্ট দেখেছি আমি, সেটা সত্যি কথা। উনি যে বলছিলেন সেটা বাড়িয়ে বলছিলেন না, সেগুলো ওনার মনের কথা। উনি আমার সাথে পার্সোনালিও শেয়ার করছেন বেশ কয়েকবার। একটা ইনস্টিটিউট তার যে আমরা আজকাল বলি না সিএসআর, যে কর্পোরেট সোশ্যাল রেসপন্সিবিলিটি, ইনস্টিটিউটেরও কর্পোরেট সোশ্যাল রেসপন্সিবিলিটি আছে এবং সেই রেসপন্সিবিলিটি থ্রু দিয়েই ডক্টর দাস ওইখানে যে আউটরিচ প্রোগ্রামগুলো করেছেন তাতে আমি দেখেছি যে আমরা ওয়েস্ট বেঙ্গলে যেটা বলি মিন ধান জুট পান, এই চারটে হচ্ছে বাঙালির সম্মান। তার মধ্যে প্রথম যেটা সেই মিনের কাজটা উনি কিন্তু যেভাবে ভেবেছেন বা ইনস্টিটিউটের যতজন যাতে যুক্ত আছেন তাতে আরেকজন দাসের নাম আমি অবশ্যই করব, ডক্টর বিকে দাসের সাথে সাথে ডক্টর অর্চন কান্তি দাস, এনারা পুরো ভারতবর্ষ জুড়ে কিন্তু এই কাজটা ছড়িয়ে দিচ্ছেন, সেটা আমি দেখেছি। ইস্ট কলকাতা ওয়েটল্যান্ডের কথা অবশ্যই বলতে হবে। আমি প্রোগ্রামে যুক্ত ছিলাম যেখানে সিকফ্রি এগেন ইজ এ পার্টনার টু দ্যাট অ্যান্ড আই এম অলসো জয়নিং দ্যাট প্রোগ্রাম। ডক্টর সামন্ত ডক্টর দাসের সাথে উনি যুক্ত আছেন এবং ওনারা এই যে ইস্ট কলকাতা ওয়েটল্যান্ড যেটা রামসার সাইট বলা হয় এখন, এবং এই রামসার সাইটের এইটা যে কত একটা গুরুত্বপূর্ণ দিক, সেইটাও কিন্তু এই ইনস্টিটিউট একটা বড় বেশ কয়েকটা বড় বড় প্রোগ্রাম হয়েছে, আমি মোটামুটি সবগুলোতেই ছিলাম এবং তাতে দেখেছি যে সিকফ্রির যে কন্ট্রিবিউশন, আমাদের যে এখানে ওয়াটার রিসোর্স যে ডিপার্টমেন্ট তাতে যে হেডরা কাজ করছেন এবং সায়েন্টিস্টরা তাদেরও দেখেছি। তো এই যে ফিশারিজের যে তিনটে দিক, তা খুব সংক্ষেপে বলতে গেলে ব্রিড, ফিড আর বায়োসিকিউরিটি, এই তিনটে নিয়ে পুরো ফিশারিজটাকে প্যাকেজ করা যায়। ওই তিনটে দিকের প্রত্যেকটা দিক কিন্তু এই ইনস্টিটিউট খুব ভালো করে দেখছে এবং প্রত্যেকটা দিকেই আমরা একটা একটা করে নতুন নতুন ডেভেলপমেন্ট পাচ্ছি। আর একটা যেটা আজকে সকালে আমরা শুরু করলাম র্যাঞ্চিং দিয়ে, সেই র্যাঞ্চিংটাতেই একটা কিন্তু বড় তার দিক আছে, সেটা হচ্ছে নমামি গঙ্গের যে পুরো 5টা ভাগ যেটা আমি বলছিলাম সকালে, যে নির্মল গঙ্গা, অবিরল গঙ্গা, অর্থ গঙ্গা, জ্ঞান গঙ্গা আর জন গঙ্গা, এই সমস্তগুলোই কিন্তু এই ইনস্টিটিউট খুব ভালো করে করছে। সেই দিক দিয়ে দেখতে গেলে আমাদের এই ইনস্টিটিউটের যে অবদান সেটা অনস্বীকার্য এবং সেটা ধীরে ধীরে বাড়ছে। তার সাথে সাথে NABL অ্যাক্রিডিটেশন গত বছর হয়েছে, ডক্টর গোপালকৃষ্ণন অলরেডি মেনশন করেছেন 1.89 পার অ্যাভারেজ পাবলিকেশন পার সায়েন্টিস্ট ইজ অলসো ভেরি কমেন্ডেবল। তো সব দিক দিয়ে দেখতে গেলে, আর তারপরে পেটেন্ট অলরেডি যে একটা গ্র্যান্ট হয়েছে গত বছরে 3টে অন পাইপলাইন, সব দিক দিয়ে দেখতে গেলে ইন টার্মস অফ IP, কপিরাইটে আমাদের এখানে একজন আছে যার থেকে আমাদের অনেক কিছু খবর আমরা পাই। তো সেই হিসেবে দেখতে গেলে এই সমস্তগুলো আমাদের যারা এই স্বীকৃতি আছে তারা কিন্তু খুব ভালো করে করছে, এবং অন্য অনেকগুলো ইনস্টিটিউটের সাথে, যেহেতু আটারিটা ক্রস কাটিং টু অল ডিসিপ্লিন, সেই জন্য সমস্ত ডাইরেক্টরদের সাথেই এবং সমস্ত ইনস্টিটিউটের সাথে, ইউনিভার্সিটির সাথে আমাদের যোগাযোগ আছে। সেই হিসেবে দেখতে গেলে একটা সামগ্রিকভাবে একটা ইনস্টিটিউটের যে উত্তরোত্তর বৃদ্ধি নজরে আসা, সেইটা কিন্তু আসছে। সেইটা আজকের দিনে একটা শুভ দিন। সেই শুভ দিনে সেইটা বলার জন্যে বা এটা শেয়ার করার জন্যে, আমাকে সুযোগ দেওয়ার জন্যে আমি এখানকার ডাইরেক্টর, হেড এবং অন্য যারা কর্মকর্তা আছেন সবাইকে আমি অনেক অনেক ধন্যবাদ দিচ্ছি। আর আজকের শুভ দিনে ডাইরেক্টর থেকে শুরু করে একদম অন্তিম ব্যক্তি যেটা বলা হয়, লাস্ট পারসন ইন দ্য ইনস্টিটিউট, মেবি হু এভার দ্যাট মেবি, সবাইকে অনেক অনেক শুভেচ্ছা। আর যারা স্টুডেন্টরাও যারা এখানে প্রাইজ পেয়েছে, তাছাড়া বিভিন্ন ডিপার্টমেন্ট, সবাইকে অনেক অনেক ধন্যবাদ জানিয়ে এবং সবাইকে অভিনন্দন জানিয়ে এখানে শেষ করছি। নমস্কার।
থ্যাংক ইউ স্যার। এখন বক্তব্য রাখলেন ডক্টর প্রদীপ দে স্যার, যিনি ডিরেক্টর এগ্রিকালচারাল টেকনোলজি অ্যাপ্লিকেশন রিসার্চ ইনস্টিটিউট কলকাতা। উনি এই আটারি ছাড়াও 59 কেভিকে মনিটরিং এবং প্ল্যানিংয়ের কাজে যুক্ত রয়েছেন, এবং উনি এক্সিকিউট করেছেন অ্যাডভান্স রিসার্চ GPS এবং GIS বেসড সয়েল ফার্টিলিটি ম্যাপিং অ্যান্ড develop nutrient plan for 173 district of India covering 20 states. The উনি যে টেকনোলজি যে টিমে মানে তিনি একটি টেকনোলজি করেছেন সেটা মৃদা পরীক্ষক, যেটা কমার্শিয়ালাইজড হয়েছিল অ্যাক্রস ইন্ডিয়াতে, এবং জেনারেটেড 15% অফ সয়েল হেলথ কার্ড আন্ডার SHC স্কিম অফ গভর্নমেন্ট অফ ইন্ডিয়া, এবং Indian Institute of Soil Science earned a royalty of more than 4 crores after the commercialization of Mrida Parikshak technology. And congratulate sir and thank you for your kind analysis and remarks for ICAR-CIFRI. On this important occasion, CIFRI wished to release some publications and products. So I request our honorable chief guest and the dignitaries on the dais to please release the success story of small-scale fishers of Indian Sundarban, that is by Dr. B.K. Das, Dr. Aparna Roy, Dr. Lianthu Mulaiya, Dr. Liton Pal, Yatish Dishi, Aryama Bhattacharya, and Dr. Shreya Bhattacharya. I request our honorable chief guest on the dais and other dignitaries on the dais to please release the book success, that is the success story of small scale fishers of Indian Sundarban. It is the 105 success stories has been compiled by Dr. B.K. Das, Dr. Aparna Roy, Dr. Liton Paul, Yatish DC, Aryama Bhattacharya, and Dr. Shreya Bhattacharya. Once again, I request the dignitaries of the dais to please release Aquatic Wonders, a field guide to wetland macrophyte of West Bengal by Dr. B.K. Das, Dr. P.K. Parida, Dr. Sri Kaushik Mandal, and Dr. Pragya Ritambhara Swine. CIFRI has also CIFRI wish to release a product that is CIFRI Color, that is a feed for enhanced color and growth for the ornamental fishes. It is a special formulation for all types of ornamental fish. It is nutritionally balanced and fortified with natural pigments, developed by Dr. B.K. Das and team. Thank you, sir. Thank you, madam. Now, I would like to request our director, Dr. B.K. Das, to please felicitate our chief guest, Dr. Swami Srivapurnananda Ji Maharaj, the Assistant Administrative Head, IRDM Faculty Center, RKMVERI, Belur Math, Howrah, West Bengal. Once again, I request Dr. Das to please felicitate Professor Bibha Tandon, Director, CSIR, IICB, Kolkata. Once again, I request Dr. Das to please felicitate Dr. Pradeep De, Director, Artery, Kolkata. Again, may I request Dr. Das to please felicitate Dr. A. Gopal Krishnan, sir, former Director, ICAR-CIFRI, Kochi, Kerala. Again, I request Dr. Das to please felicitate Sri Lokman Mollaji, Founder President, Kultali Milan Tirtha Society, Sundarban. Today, we are really fortunate to have with us Swami Sivaparna Nandaji Maharaj, Assistant Administrative Head, IRDM Faculty Center, RMVERI, Belur Math, Howrah, West Bengal. I would like to inform you some information about Srimad Swami Shivapurnanandaji Maharaj. He has obtained graduation in agriculture from the University of Agricultural Sciences, Dharwad, Karnataka, and his master degree is in agriculture biotechnology from the University of Agricultural Sciences, Bangalore, Karnataka. He has completed his PhD in agriculture in genetics and plant breeding from Kolkata University, West Bengal, the monastic in charge and administrative head for School of Agriculture and Rural Development of the university. He is also the coordinator for other campus located at Ranchi, Jharkhand. Under the School of Agriculture and Rural Development of Vivekananda University, under his leadership, the university is also running 2 KVKs in West Bengal, for which he is the vice chairman for the scientific advisory committee. He can speak 6 languages: Kannada, Hindi, Telugu, Bengali, English, and Sanskrit. With this humble submission, may I request Swamiji to address the audience. Madam.
সকলকে নমস্কার নমস্কার to all the dignitaries on dais, off dais, and আমার চাষি দাদা ভাইরা and CIFRI family. Today's birthday of 79th birthday of CIFRI, and this is the first time I cut the cake. We don't celebrate our birthdays, so I don't have any this thing. In my pre-monastic life also, I never celebrated my birthday, and after joining as a monk, becoming a monk, there is no question. Of course, some elderly gurus, their devotees celebrate, but wonderful to be here with all of you. I will maybe speak in Bengali also, maybe Hindi also. যেমন আমরা বাঙালিরা জানি যে চচড়ি একটু চচড়ি করে দেব, আবার চাষি ভাইরাও আছেন, and there are who are from outside the West Bengal, for them a little bit English, and there are some who are online. Of course, I will not speak in other languages, Kannada and Telugu, because others will not understand. But because I am standing in the land of West Bengal and farmers are there, so I will be speaking some to some extent in Bengali also. So we heard a wonderful, very illuminating speeches from all the dignitaries on the dais, and the wonderful work, the journey that this wonderful institute has all these years, the progress, the achievements. Actually, I don't think you can cover it in a small program like this. Even if you make a documentary also is not enough. We can only give a sample. We can only, by seeing the effect, one can understand the effort behind that. Once one of my guru, they were mentor, spiritual mentor, told me, by seeing the effect in the or the parinama, what you say, তোমার কাজ যেমন কিভাবে কাজ তোমার আছে দেখে তার পেছে যে কাজ কর্ম যে আছে তোমার কর্মকাণ্ড কি আমি বুঝতে পারবো, the effort that has been put behind, so behind that work. So this is what we can see here. Thakur Sri Ramakrishna Paramhamsdev used to say, Kalipete dharma bodh hoy na. So generally we say this, and many people use this quote. They quote this during when this is now lunchtime. But this is not the actual meaning of that. When Sri Ramakrishna said, Kalipete dharma hoy na, that was with reference to the poor people, those who do not have a square meal, those who do not have a proper clothing, those who are poor. So if you try to give them spirituality, it's not right. It's not human. It's inhuman. आगे उधर के खेते दाओ. They don't have anything to eat. As our Lokamanya Mallaji was saying, he's doing a wonderful work. We had not met so far, but I had heard a lot about his work going on in the Sundarban areas. So CIFRI, because of CIFRI, because of our director, Sir Bekadas, Sir, I could meet him today also, and all the dignitaries I could meet, and all of you. I keep meeting all of you. That's always a joy to me. Being from the background of the agriculture, and again, I thought when I joined, I was sharing this morning, I was talking to the guests in the room, the guest room. So when I left home and joined the Ramakrishna order for a spiritual purpose, I thought I left all the whatever knowledge, the agriculture and all. But then Lord, the God has his own plan, right? So he made it the use of that with the spiritual background, and but for the cause of the people. Because Swami Vivekananda, as all of you know, so he was not a traditional sadhu, which we generally, whenever you think about a sannyasi, they'll think about somebody who is sitting and doing meditation, dhyana somewhere in the cave maybe, because all of you have been given that picture, the drawings and all the same you will be seeing only. That means that's good, because that is the main thing, because the model adarsha, that is there, that we do. But apart from that, what we should understand from the Vivekananda's life, we know how the whole thing changed, how he took he brought the patriotism into his work culture. He brought the seva, tyaga and seva. He said the twin ideals of our nation, tyag, seva, tyaga, renunciation and service, are the twin ideals of our country. So if you give up that, you are doomed. And very interestingly, we get a very glimpses of this from his guru himself, whom all of you might know, Sri Ramakrishna Paramahamsa Deva was known for achieving the highest spiritual experiences, the samadhi, which we call. At the moment, without any notice, he will just go into samadhi. Samadhi is an ecstatic state where he will go beyond this body and mind, and this is in a different plane, spiritual plane. So he'll merge into that one, that unity which is behind all this diversity. So he will enter into that state. Such a person, how was his behavior when he was in the normal, the plane of human being? So once what happened, Madhuranath Bishwas, I don't know how many of you know, how many of you studied, Rani Rashmani was the person who built the Kali temple in Dakshineshwar. Many Bengalis know this. For non-Bengalis, if they may also know, but even then I will tell. So Madhuranath Babu was her Jamai Babu. So once they made a pilgrimage to Varanasi on Ganga, not on road, but on waters. So they were traveling. So for that, and you see, they were very rich, like a king, small king. So that he took Sri Ramakrishna also with him. So when he goes, it's not like that only few people will go. The whole team will go. Some Nauka will be there to carry the food items, clothes, so many things. And whatever the necessary things, they are carrying everything along with them. So when they reached near Devgar, so there they were staying for a few days. Then there, Sri Ramakrishna saw at one place, there are very poor people, has nothing to eat, properly eat, and they have not eaten properly for many days, and there no oil on their head. So clearly, and clothes are torn out. So এমন গরিব মানুষকে দেখলেন ঠাকুর শ্রীরামকৃষ্ণ, যে ওর অনেক দিন হয়তো খায়নি, কবর ঠিক নেই। তো ঠাকুর বললেন, শ্রীরামকৃষ্ণ told Mathuranath, you provide them, all of them, proper clothing and food and some oil for their, up to apply to their head. As a normal thing, these essential things. But Mathuranath Bishwas, there were many. Then Mathuranath Bishwas told, Baba, if I give, আমি যদি ওদেরকে এখন এসব দিতে গেলে অনেক কম পড়ে যাবে, আমাদের আরও অনেক আমরা যেতে হবে, কাশি যেতে হবে, তো অনেক দূর যেতে হবে, অনেক আমাদের কম পড়ে যাবে, সব ডিস্টার্ব হয়ে যাবে। সো এভরিথিং উইল বি ডিস্টার্বড ইফ আই প্রোভাইড দেম অল দিস থিংস, আইটেমস। সো মথুরনাথ বিশ্বাস টোড, দেন ঠাকুর শ্রীরামকৃষ্ণ দেব টোড, যা তাহলে তুমি চলে যা, আমি এদের সঙ্গে আমি থেকে যাব, তুমি চলে যাও। I will stay with them, you go to Kashi, you worship Shiva, I will be with them, you go. Then he got into the trouble. So what to do then? Because with leaving him behind, he cannot move. So he did whatever he has wished for, and then Sri Ramakrishna was very happy. This is how first, see, the person of the highest, this thing, who will not care for this world, but when he is in the plane of these things, because when people are suffering, all your God oriented is nothing. When they are suffering, so the one whose mind was not onto this plane, he could, when he saw, he could not tolerate. He said, you go, I will stay with them. So this was the beginning, we say, in Ramakrishna missions, the service activities. Like we have a very, that compassion, the compassion word, again I will come to that. Compassion word to you, because somebody used the word compassion, Sri Ramakrishna got very angry. That is another incident, very wonderful incident. And the whole, the service, how we should serve people, it depends on that. In Dakshineshwar, Sri Ramakrishna and the devotees were seated there. All of you must have heard. The people used to come to him and then they will talk to him. A lot of conversation happened. Then even Narendra also came there along with other disciples. They all, so all this spiritual, that this was a power station, Dakshineshwara, a spiritual power station where the India was going to, the world was going to witness something great there. So then somebody was reading about the Vaishnava, the principles. Name Ruchi, Vaishnav Seva, Jive Daya. এ হচ্ছে বৈষ্ণব ধর্মের তত্ত্বগুলি বলে বলছিলেন। সো নামে রুচি মিন্স রিপিটিং দ্য নেম অফ গড, সো লাভ ফর দ্যাট। অ্যান্ড বৈষ্ণব সেবা মানে ভক্তদের সেবা করা। অ্যান্ড দেন জীবে দয়া, you understand, compassion for the living beings, compassion for the human beings. When he heard this compassion for the living beings, you see, he immediately went into samadhi, ecstatic state. And then when he heard all these statements, he went into ecstatic state. And then when his mind came down to the plane, lower plane of this normal plane of our, where we are, he said, Jive Daya, compassion to living beings. Who are you? Are you the Lord God? তুমি কি ভগবান? জীবে দয়া দেখাবার জন্য তুমি কি ভগবান? শুধু ভগবান মাত্রই দয়া করতে পারেন। তুমি একটি পোকা, you are a worm crawling on the earth. You are showing compassion. Like this he is speaking. He is not telling anybody specifically. He is simply talking to himself. So then after this incident, there was Narendra was there, Girish Ghosh was there, and so many other disciples were there. They all heard. For most of them, it was any normal incident like any other day. So they left the room. Then Narendra, the future Swami Vivekananda, he said to Girish Ghosh, the legendary actor, all of you know, of West Bengal, Girish Ghosh, Girish Babu, Swamiji used to call him GC, Girish Ghosh. He said, say, Girish Babu, আজকে আমি বড় একটি পেলাম, উপদেশ পেয়েছি আমি ঠাকুরের কাছ থেকে। কি পেয়েছো? আর এই উপদেশ আমি আমার জীবনে আমি যদি অপরচুনিটি পাই, if I get an opportunity in the future, I will spread it to the whole world. আমি সব সারা দুনিয়াকে এটাকে ছড়িয়ে দেবো এই উপদেশটি। এটা কি বুঝতে পেরেছো তুমি নরেন? কি বুঝতে পেরেছো? What have you understood? He said, Thakur has given me the wonderful combination of Bhakti and Advaita Vedanta. He said something, Jive Daya, তুমি কে জীবে দয়া করার জন্য? ভগবান মাত্রই করতে পারেন, তুমি সেবা করতে পারবে, এই বলেছিলেন ঠাকুর। But Narendra took this as a wonderful combination of bhakti, where a devotee worships his God with utmost love and affection and care. And Advaita Vedanta is where you see all beings are the one. The same Atman has become into the only seems to be different, diverse, but there that unity is there as that the same Paramatman as Atman he is in all the jivas. So these two wonderful combination, this is a wonderful combination. In future I will spread this message to whole world, and he did it. So later he coined the term Shivagyane Jiva Seva. Many of you must have heard. Thinking, having that feeling of the Shiva, here the word is your Shiva. That means God in the Jiva, in all the beings. Do seva to them with this attitude, not that मैं तुमको सेवा कर रहा हूँ, तो उद्धार कर रहा हूँ, I am helping you. के काके उपकार करबे? Actually, rather, when you worship the God, that means you are actually helping yourselves. So when you do seva to people with this attitude, who are you helping? We are helping ourselves. This is the wonderful, the message he spread over, and this task has been given to all of us. I mean, all of us means me and you also. And then the motto of Ramakrishna Mission and the Math he gave as Atmano Mokshartham Jagadhitaya Cha. Atmanaha Mokshartham, for one's own salvation, moksha, and then Jagadhitaya Cha, and for the welfare of the world. And this welfare of the world is, when you do that, it will lead to Atmanaha Moksha also. One's own moksha also. Moksha may be taken by a different person as different way. To you will be nearer to your God. You will be relieved from this bondage of birth and death, as the Vedanta speaks. And anyone who is outside this system, they can take it as it will take them nearer to God. That is more closer to God. So becomes more dearer to God. They can take it like that. So that why I'm telling all this story is now all our attitude should be like this, because all of us are working, all of you are working wonderfully. So a lot of work. But what happens at particular stage, you're working, then work becomes like a grumbling point. Work like a machine, it starts making sound, right? Some machine make a sound. What a person, the mechanic will do, will put some uh, uh, oil or something that will make the machine, it will stop the sound, right? Mobile oil, something they will say. So like that, Swamiji says, in the work, if the grudger is there, if you're for that, the love, the oil of love should be given. So there should be love, then only. And this first thing is that give up this idea that I am doing something, I am helping somebody. Actually, by helping others, I am helping myself only. This is to be thought about and meditated upon. Because it is very, most of the time say, how can it happen? If I helping others means that is helping them only. Only when we think like that. Actually, most of the times we'll be damaging ourselves by only focusing on. That's why is it niswartha. The swartha will always bring tension. All of you must have heard work without attachment. In Bhagavad Gita and all, it says, Karmanyeva adhikaraste ma phaleshu kadachana ma karma phala heturbhu mate sangostu karmani. That many people get confused with this shloka, and very difficult to make people understand also in a very short time, because a lot of background has to be given. In karma alone, you have the adhikara, right? কর্ম করার জন্যই তোমার অধিকার আছে, কর্ম ফলে নেই। আরে কি হল, কর্ম আমি করবো, ফল আমি নেব না, মানে কি? So this is not for an ordinary people. So for ordinary people, and we should not be telling this to students also. Let the students and still those who are learning and those who are progressing, for them, let it be. But if you think I have already progressed a little, if you think yourself as an advanced student, then take it up. Then don't stagnate yourselves. Those who have advanced in their life, done a lot of work in their life, they will understand this better, because they see that there comes some point where they say, oh, I am doing all this, then what next? Something is there, what next? For them, this is a thing. Then and those who really want to achieve this, even then they are in a beginners, they can also utilize this to be stress free, to be more efficient. For them also, it is wonderful way that Bhagavad Gita gives, that karma yoga. When we do a work with detachment, actually you will be more stress free. When you don't expect the things, but then Bhagavad Gita says, Mate sangaha astu akarmani. The chalaki, we do chalaki. আমাদের চালাক বুদ্ধি তো, আমরা কি আচ্ছা কর্মে ফল নেই বললে তাহলে কর্ম করাটাই ছেড়ে দাও। So karma, if I should not expect a karma phala, so let me not do work at all. That's why Bhagavan has given a clause there. Ma te sangaha astu akarmani. In not doing action, let there be no attachment. You should not have attached to be not doing work. You should work. How you should work? Yogastha kuru karmani sangam tyaktva dhananjaya. Being established in yoga, do the karma sangam tyaktva. Sangha is asakti, attachment. In the fruit of that action, you give up that. Even on the work itself, you give up. This is very strange. Karma, if I don't have interest, because we have our head, our brain is tuned for asakti থাকলে কর্ম করা যায়, অনাসক্ত হয়ে কর্ম করা যায় আমরা জানি না। Because even myself 25, 30 years ago, I was also, it's confusing naturally. But there's a deeper meaning. So today only I will give this message for deeper understanding, much understanding. Come to Ramakrishna Mission Vivekananda University at Belur. I give lectures there every weekend. So Saturday and Sunday, so long lectures. People come from far away places. Anyway, but this I will try to briefly tell. Yogastha kur karmani sangam tektva dhananjaya siddhya siddhyo samo bhutva samatvam yoga uchyate. This is very interesting. Siddhi asiddhi means success and failure. Samo bhutva, taking them as equal, same. Because why he is telling siddhi asiddhi, that means here success and failure, take them as equal, because samatvam yoga uchyate, he says. This equally, seeing equally the success and failure is yoga, he says. Why? Because the buddhi, when it is samatva, when it is calm, that is the status achieved by yoga. That's why he is calling through karma also you can achieve that state. You need not go to a cave. Swami Vivekananda did not tell us to go and sit in the cave, and otherwise I would have not been here. So that old traditional this thing which you imagine, of course, you need to have your own separate time and practice, get established in meditation. That helps, parasparam bhavayanta. But all of us do karma, right? All of you may not get, because to do meditation, whatever work, what is meditation? Meditation is concentration, highest type of concentration. So any work, if you tell your children to study, they want to play. Why is not they are taking interest in study? Because there they have to concentrate. Wherever one has to concentrate, you will not take so quickly interest. And in music, everybody, some music which will excite your senses, you will easily you take more interest. But classical music, slowly it will alapa. Oh, because the alap, the actual classical people will take some half an hour to first present the raga, alapa. And it takes very a lot of concentration to move from one note to another. So wherever concentration there, wherever you have to have more concentration, people will not take interest. So meditation is the highest concentration. So everybody cannot take interest. Shobai to dhyan korte parbe na. To kintu karma shobai korte thake. Whether you want or not, you will be doing. You are forced to do work, but not by somebody else, not by your boss or not director sir ke force nahi. On your own, your swabhava. Nahi kaschit kshanam api jatu tishtate akarma krita karyate havasya karma sarva prakriti jair gunai. Everybody is forced to work. Nobody will be sitting idle without doing any work for a moment, even for a moment. Why? Your prakriti, your swabhava makes you to do the work. আমরা কোথায়, আমরা তো চুপচাপ বসে আছি, তো কাজ কিছু করছে না। You are sitting, I am sitting, and you are thinking, I am talking, you are listening. This is also karma. And I am talking, somebody is not listening. That is also karma, not listening. They are thinking something else. They are planning something else. Or now mobile, every one of us have mobile. We will be doing our own job. It has become very common. So one or the other thing we do. So nobody can stay without doing any work. So karma. So why I am telling all this is, every one of us do karma all the time. So why not convert it into as yoga? Karma, every one of us. You are doing a job. Many times when you take it as only a job, a naukri, chakri, then you will be a chakar, you will be a naukar. But you take it as an opportunity to improve self-development, you achieve the higher goal of life, the spiritual elevation. It can always be an opportunity. It is always an opportunity. At least in my life, any situation, I have always made it to my advantage. Not in a selfish way, self-development. Because think, when you have a higher goal, this happens. When you don't have a higher goal, we will be suffering at every moment. This happened, that fellow told me this fellow told me this. In this world of change, you will not be praised by everybody for everything for all the time. One or the other person, whatever good you do, there will be somebody to criticize you, and many to praise you also. So that praise and criticism also, we should just take it for going further only, going ahead only, not to get being happy or being sad and getting stagnated there. So like this, all our karma, why I am telling all this? Because all of you are here highly educated and highly qualified and experts, specialized people. So all the dignitaries this spoke, all the everything about the fish and whatnot. But I thought, let me add to this thing, because ultimate goal of every one of us, whether you know or not, but every one of you have this, every one of us who do not want to be happy. कार आनंद থাকতে চায়, সবাই আনন্দে থাকতে চাই তো? For that we do something or the other, because it is said, because our swarupa, our swabhava is ananda swarupa, sat chit ananda swabhava. So that's why we all try to do something to achieve that state, but only in vain by using a wrong technique. It's like in any sports, like in any art, in everything, if you don't get a proper guidance, proper technique, you will be wasting time. So this is what is happening with all of us. আমি বেশি ইংলিশে কথা বলে দিলাম। Sometimes they told us 5-6 languages. Sometimes in our Ramakrishna Mission Belur Math, their brahmacharis, newly joined brahmacharis will come there. Very young, sir. They also join. They leave home and come there, stay there. Then we have to take them classes. So weekly once there from all parts of the India, brahmacharis will be there. So I inform them, you please remind me, because which language I'm speaking, sometimes I forget. So anyway, I thank everyone for this wonderful opportunity, our director sir. And this is, as I told in the very beginning, কালে পেটে ধর্মবোধ হয় না, তবু আমি জোর করে খাইয়ে দিয়েছি, কারণ the hunger is not only that pet, it's not only related to stomach. There is a hunger called the hunger for knowledge. That should be their ultimate goal. And the director sir আমাকে এত করে ওখান থেকে ডেকেছেন, দিতে হবে তো কিছু, তো দিয়ে খাওয়া দিয়ে যেতে, তো স্পিরিচুয়াল ফুড একটু দিয়ে যেতে হবে। So I took it as my responsibility and duty. So I thank our VK Das sir. স্যারের নামে আমি বিকে দাস, আমি বিটা জানতাম না। রিসেন্টলি সাডেনলি দেখলাম, মানে জানতাম আর অত খেয়াল করিনি, সবসময় আমরা লাস্টে দাস স্যার বলে দিত। আমি কয়েকদিন আগে একটু রাগ বসন্ত প্র্যাকটিস করছিলাম, তখন দেখি স্যার নাম বসন্ত আছে। এখন বসন্ত হচ্ছে খুব, এখন এ ঋতু ওয়ান্ডারফুল রাগা, অ্যান্ড I love that raga, and I love sir also very much. So he's a very close friend of mine. I thank once again, and our প্রদীপ দে স্যার তো সবসময় আমাদের সঙ্গে আছেন, আর উনি সবসময় আমরা যখন তখন আমরা ওনাকে ডিস্টার্ব করতে থাকি। সো যেমন যে একটা নিজের লোক খুব বেশি বারবার করতে থাকে, তো ওদের সম্বন্ধে একটু অ্যাফেকশন থাকে, ওরকম উনি আছেন। আর আমাদের গোপাল কৃষ্ণন স্যারের সঙ্গে আমার অনেক, ওই বালি আইল্যান্ডে আয়াপ্পন স্যার, ফার্স্ট টাইম আই কেম টু দিস ইনস্টিটিউট, মেবি ইন বিফোর স্যারস কামিং হিয়ার in 2014-15 here, with Dr. S. Ayappan sir, who is a very close friend of ours. He brought me here first time. Many of you were not there, only senior people they might have seen, or they might have forgotten. Later again, sir, when he was here in 15, 16, 17, 18, so I was here with all of you on some other function. And that Bali Island in 2013, October 2nd, Gandhi Jayanti, that time Ayappan sir called all the DDGs, ADGs, all the directors to the Bali Island. So that time we met, and I'm very happy to meet, get introduced to madam, and then our Lokaman Mullaji. So, and very nice to be with all of you. আর আমার চাষি দাদা ভাইরা তো অনেকে হয়তো আমাকে চেনে, অথবা কোনো না কোনো ফাংশন, আমাদের শস্য শ্যামলা কের সারগাছি তো আপনারা যাবেন না, আর হয়তো আপনারা থাকলে এখানেই থাকেন আশা করে। সকলকে ধন্যবাদ। Now I rest my words here with this. Thank you. Om Shanti 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 Hari Om Tat Sat.
Thank you, sir, for your encouraging words. This will definitely motivate us to excel in research and community development. And today we have also learned or understand the real meaning of karma. Thank you, Swamiji. Now, I would like to request Dr. Srikanta Samanta, HOD FRAI Division, to propose the formal vote of thanks. Sir, please.
Thank you, Aparna Madam. This glorious institute, ICAR-CIFRI, has entered today to its 79th years of existence. At first, I thank all our predecessors, seniors, former directors, starting from Dr. S.L. Hora, gradually Dr. B.G. Jingran, and now Dr. B.K. Das. The renowned personalities, including Dr. Hiralal Chaudhuri, Dr. K.H. Alikuni, many of them contributed globally, received prestigious awards, including 3 persons receiving Padma Shri Award, Dr. B.G. Jingran, Dr. S. Ayappan, Dr. M.V. Gupta. CIFRI is proud of her heroic team. My words are insufficient to express our gratitude and thanks to the today's chief guest, Swami Sarvapriyanandaji Maharaj, Assistant Administrative Head, IRDM, Faculty Center, and Vice Chairman, Sosyo-Samela Krishi Vigyan Kendra, well known for his deep understanding in agriculture, Vedanta, and interestingly with the Shastriya Sangeet, as we have heard. Your approaches many times combines with the traditional wisdom to the modern day applications. Your thoughtful, motivating words are immensely beneficial to us and has given auspicious touch to this program. We are extremely thankful to Professor Biba Tandon, Madam, Director, IICB, Jadavpur, a glaring example of knowledge occupying the highest chair, who has exhibited the path-breaking work on use of bench imidazoles as the protectants in radiation therapy and also in AMRs. We will be very happy of having collaboration in our future research. Within the ICAR fraternity, we are thankful to Dr. Pradeep De. Dr. Gaurango Kaur couldn't make it time. We are extremely thankful to you who have revitalized the neighboring two ICR institutes. I thank Dr. A. Gopalakrishnan sir, former director CMFRI, for making this time convenient to grace this occasion. The beautiful narration you have made about the CIFRI. Thank you very much, sir. We are extremely thankful to our energetic and dynamic leader, Dr. Basanta Kumar Das, sir. Due to your untiring effort for last 9 years, the institute is in its newer height. Our salute to you, sir, and we promise to contribute wholeheartedly for our continued effort and journey. I thank Sri Lokman Mollaji, Secretary Kultoli Milan Tirtha Society. You are our partner in fulfilling the dreams in Sundarban. The name of the society is Milan Tirtha. Itself is very explanatory of performing the activities focusing only the sustainable developments. We thank all the in charges of our neighboring institutes, Dr. B.N. Pal, Dr. Tapas Ghoshal, Dr. Dhiman Burman, and all of you for sharing your time with us. We are thankful to all our retired CIFRI colleagues for sharing this auspicious time, Dr. S. Damroy with Madam Damroy, Dr. M. A. Hassan, Dr. M. L. Bhomik, all the colleagues from technical and administrative background. Farmers are our backbone who make our dream successful. আজ আমরা আমাদের সমস্ত মৎস্যজীবী ভাই বোন যাদেরকে পেয়েছি আমরা তাদের জন্য গর্বিত। আমাদের যে স্বপ্ন সেটাকে সার্থক রূপ দেওয়ার জন্য আপনারাই রয়েছেন। আপনাদের একদিনের রুজিকে বাদ দিয়েও আজকের দিনে আমাদের মধ্যে উপস্থিত হয়েছেন। আমরাও প্রমিস করছি আমাদের দিক থেকে আপনাদের জন্য যতটা করা সম্ভব আমরা সার্থকভাবে সেটা করার চেষ্টা করব। Press and media, thank you all. Mr. Sujit Chaudhary does a very prominent role, our PRO, with the team. Thank you, Sujit ji. I express my sincere thanks to all the head of divisions, CAO, FAO, committee chairpersons, scientists, committee members, technical administrative persons, and all of you for making this event very successful. Our scientists and colleagues, those who are in the online mode also, I thank you all. Thank you. Jai Hind.
Thank you, sir, for proposing the formal vote of thanks. Now I request all of you to please raise for the national anthem. जनगण मन अधिनायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता पंजाब सिंध गुजरात मराठा द्राविड़ उत्कल बंग बिंद हिमाचल यमुना गंगा उच्छल जलधि तरंग तब शुभ नामे जागे तब शुभ आशीष मांगे गाहे तब जय गाथा जनगण मंगलदायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता जय हे जय हे जय हे जय 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 हे. Thank you one and all. Thank you and Jai Hind.